And good evening, high school football fans. We are live at Carl Hepner Athletic Field right here in Dunkirk, New York for some Section 6 Class C Finals high school football playoff action right here between the Fredonia Hillbillies and the Akron Tigers. Once again, Norm Rodriguez here along with my good friend and partner in crime, Jeremy Becker. Jeremy, how are you doing as we have hit nightfall here in Dunkirk?
I'm pretty good. I'm really excited for this game. Now, we got a lot to talk about before game start, Norm. So, obviously, Fredonia is coming in as the number 3 seed behind Medina. We got some updated team rosters, thankfully for Fredonia, who come in at 8-0-0, facing these Akron Tigers. The winner of this game will go face Southwestern.
And that will be an interesting one, as Fredonia, 8-0 in the season, like you said, and all but 2 of their games, the other 6 have been easy victories. Their first game of the year against Olean in the regular season, 1-point squeaker, 14-13. And the other one, coincidentally, was against Southwestern, came down to a 2-point conversion. Fredonia held on for that game 27-25. The other wins, 49-26 over Allegheny Limestone, 30-0 over Gowanda Pine Valley, one of 2 shutouts they had, along with their shutout win 20-0 over Chat Lake. 42-19 victory over Salamanca, 39-14 over Falconer, Cassadaga Valley, Maple Grove. And last week against Dunkirk, coincidentally since we're here, 47-19.
Yeah, and Akron 6-2-0 on the year. Head coach Andrew Klaus. Their road, they started off the year pretty strong with 3 victories. Actually, went on a 5-game win streak, had 1 game canceled. First win was at Chautauqua Lake, a 46-18 win. Then their next win was against Alden, 54-6. Beat Newfane in C North Class Division, 22-21, so a squeaker. But their game against Medina was canceled. They faced Wilson, beat them 38-20. Beat Tonawanda 20-14. Lost to Franklinville Ellicottville 40-7. Got crushed by Medina 54-0. And then last week they faced Cleveland Hill and won 15-8. Now that leads me to the record in the league. Akron is 4-1-0. They have not won. They've won all their games at home. They have 2 road losses. They are led by their senior quarterback, number 2, Travis Fye, 53 for 108 for 628 yards, 10 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, and his long is 54 yards. He's also second best rusher. Their best is Brody Hibbard, who's also a senior, 89 carries, 588 yards, 85 was his longest, 9 touchdowns.
Well, speaking of that, Fry also has 3 interceptions in the season defensively, 2 pick sixes of 101 and 85 yards for those 2 each. But with you talking about those players, we got some guys from Fredonia that they need to keep a sharp eye on tonight. First off, dual threat quarterback Nick Whitfield, 12 touchdown passes, 12 touchdown runs. He's thrown for more than 1,200 yards. He's rushed for more than 400 as well. And they've also got a battering ram for a running back in Matthew Lauder. The ground and pound with him, the big fullback taking the carries, churning the legs, not stopping. And their best receiver, Ethan Fry, 28 catches, 7 touchdowns, 385 receiving yards. And Devon McCall, he also has 26 receptions, though only 1 has gone for a touchdown. So Whitfield knows how to spread the ball around, 1,309 yards passing, the 12 touchdowns versus a single interception. And from what we've seen, though, but you can't underestimate it, Akron does look small in numbers. But we'll talk more about that in a moment as we will have the national anthem. We will see you all on the other side. once again, that was the national anthem. And speaking of Lauder, going back to him for a moment, averaging nearly 9 yards a carry on the season, 779 on 89 carries. And he's got 7 rush touchdowns. That's 7 of the 20 they have as a team. So they are known to mix up the play calling a little bit, which is vital. You can't just go with one thing over and over again.
Exactly, and if we're going to go rushing, we also go back to Akron. Travis Fry, 70 carries, 420 yards. You got Christopher Bergman, a junior, 30 carries for 212 yards, 7.1 average, 0 touchdowns. So rushing really for Akron is between Fry and Hibbard. And then receiving, it has been Christopher Bergman, 18 receptions for 348 yards and 6 touchdowns.
So a third of his catches have resulted in scores. But Fredonia, 8-0, being led by their head coach, Greg Sherlock. Again, like you said, the winner will advance to take on the Southwestern Trojans. The Trojans, they finished on a strong note after some heartbreaking last-second losses that were beyond their control, coming down to 2-point conversions. Their 3 losses, combined total of 4 points. But in their last 2 games, they got victories at home at Charles A. Lawson Field. Allegheny Limestone, they won 36-12, and they also defeated the Golden Cougars of Falconer, Cassadaga, and Maple Grove 36-24 2 weeks ago. So they're getting back to the winning ways, so I'm sure they are ready for either one of these teams, whoever wins.
Exactly. You got to be prepared for whoever you face. You know, Southwestern has a day to figure out who they're going to prepare for on Monday, starting on practice. Now, we have had a lot of crazy games. We have had a couple upsets already here, Norm.
Yes, we have. And
this week in Class Single A North, Hamburg upsetting Grand Island in overtime last night.
13-7. That was a game that was scoreless until the fourth quarter. We've got the coin toss going on right now, so we're going to see who wins it and who wants what. So the Tigers have won the toss. I'm wondering if they defer. Do you usually do the receive motion if the Tigers were to want the ball? They're going to defer for the second half, so the Hillbillies will get the ball first. So we're going to immediately see the dual threat abilities of Nick Whitfield, though we have seen him do that before along with Lauder's rushing ability.
Exactly. So Fredonia, they've proven why they're 8-0. They're the number 3 seed behind Medina and Depew, who was upset last night.
Yes, and Fredonia, they're a team that have averaged more than 33 points a game throughout the regular season. And the Tigers do what most teams do nowadays, whether it be high school, college, or professional, defer for the second half. But we have seen way more often than not this year teams that want to be bold and say, we want the ball.
Exactly. We see that a lot more in Class A. Is the ball? We want the ball right away.
Yeah, Jamestown did it last night in their game against Lockport. They won the toss, wanted the ball, and they walked away with a 54-8 victory. They'll be taking on Williamsville South next week at Strider Field. Exactly. But right now we got the Fredonia Hillbillies and the Akron Tigers, and game's about to commence. So some final schematics being discussed by both respective teams.
12 seniors for Fredonia. So they're going to lose quite a bit of their roster.
How many are on Akron?
On Akron, I do not have a number just yet, Norm. I am calculating that right now as we speak.
Again, it's not a big roster. They are a bit small in numbers, but with a 62 record for that, you got to tip your hat to them. 12 seniors, that's more than 2/3 of
There is 0 sophomores and 0 freshmen.
Wow.
So next year, pretty much the entire team is juniors and seniors.
So it'll be a fresh lineup, so to speak. But right now, Tigers are going to kick it off to the Hillbillies. And it's going to be Fry kicking it off for Akron. Fresh 12 minutes. Carl Hepner at Athletic Field. About to go toe-to leather, and away we go. We're underway, and it's going to be a squib kick, and it's going to go out of bounds. So kick out of bounds. Looks like McCall was about to pick it up, but decides to let it go out. And now Nick Whitfield and the Fredonia Hillbilly offense, 1st down and 10. We get to see what they do for their first offensive series of the game. So it's going to be a 1st down, 10 to 41. So don't need to worry about taking the kick out of bounds penalty. It's a better field spot. And here come the offense for Fredonia and the defense for Akron. And from what we see on the sideline, Akron only has 5 bench players that are fully suited up.
Ooh.
So this is going to be a very challenging game for Akron. But again, being able to do it so far with a 6-2 record, nothing short of impressive.
Exactly, and anything can happen in the playoffs. Your record is 0-0-0.
Exactly on point, and Fredonia is going to go in a pistol formation to start this off. 4 wides, 2 on each side. Whitfield takes the shotgun snap, and he'll give it on the inside handoff to Lauder. Breaks a tackle, crosses midfield, and he'll be – fumble on the play! Recovered by the Tigers. And ball loose again, and Fredonia's going to get it. No! Put this on your football follies. It's still loose, and Akron's saying they got it.
That was –
it's Tigers ball. Wow.
So I wonder, Norm, can the conditions on the field, it is rainy, that ball might be a little slippery, but that's why the ball was rolling around a little bit. It was almost like one of those cartoon animations.
Yeah, little Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies have started off here at Carl Hebner Athletic Field, and Akron right off the bat, they kicked the squib kick penalty, and the ball was actually at the 46, so it must have been 5 yards from the spot, but Lauder broke a tackle, lost the ball. It was raining earlier, but it is clear now. A pitch black sky, no clouds. But here we go. First down and 10 for the Akron Tigers. And here is a handoff on the play and tackled at around the 21-yard line. First and 10 at the 24 for Akron.
Wow. Going to be a 3-yard gain on the play.
It's going to make this a second down 7. So again, Travis Fry, the quarterback for the Akron Tigers.
Just a crazy start. Again, anything can happen in the playoffs, Norm.
Yes, it can. Shotgun formation. Fry takes a snap. It's a high one. Fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it himself, but that may have been a bit of a miscommunication there. Fredonia read that like an open book, and that looked like that lost about 1, maybe 2 yards.
Yep, looks like they're going to make it a loss of 1.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 9 at the 22-yard line for Akron.
It's actually going to be 3rd and 8, Norm. And we got a flag.
It's going to be a penalty right off the bat. It's going to be offsides on Fredonia.
Neutral zone infraction.
So that shortens it 5 yards, and now they're inside the 20-yard line. And if the kicking game's not strong, this is definitely 4-down territory for Akron. So it's going to make it a 3rd down and 3 at the 17.
Yep.
So 3rd down, 3 yards to go. Once again, Fry in the shotgun formation. Calling the signals, and here comes the snap. Fry wants to get it through the air. Looking. Throws to the corner of the end zone. Incomplete.
That was just, he was looking for the corner pass, Norm. Back shoulder, but the receiver didn't get to the cut to the route in time. And it was almost kind of rushed, too.
It was a bit rushed. It was intended for number 4 for Akron. I do know you have that lineup right now.
That would be Christopher Bergman, who's their leading receiver.
So it's going to be 4th down and 3 at the 17, and the Tigers are going for it. This is a great decision. With a team like Fredonia, you need to get a huge momentum swing now. You don't want to settle for the 3 after a big turnover. You want to go for at least 6 points. Fry in the shotgun, and he's going to keep it himself, and he did not get it. Got tackled at the 15-yard line, and Fredonia with a huge break there. Turnover on downs, 1st and 10 for the Hillbillies. Let's see if they can shake off Lauder's fumble that went back more than 20 yards.
Exactly. So it's going to be 1st down and 10 for Fredonia, like you said. But that's actually not a bad play because it doesn't act like a punt necessarily, but you're still deep in Fredonia territory when you made that call.
Yeah.
So now Fredonia starting at 15 is like a kickoff or a punt, basically at this point, Norm.
So the ball be spotted at the 14-yard line, 1st down and 10. Fredonia's going to go empty backfield here. A trips right, 2 receivers to the left. Whitfield in the shotgun formation. It's going to be a 1st and 10 at the 15 after the respot, and he will throw a swing pass on the flats. It's caught but tackled at around the 20-yard line, and that was number 24 in the tackle for the Tigers. The reception looked like it was by Jake Willie, number 21.
Yeah, it's going to be about a 5-yard. It's going to be a 5-yard gain, and Brody with the tackle on that one.
It's going to make this a 2nd down and 5 at the 20-yard line, and they're going to stick with this here. Empty backfield. Trips right, 2 receivers to the left. Whitfield once again in the shotgun formation. He is a dual-threat quarterback. He'll take the snap, and he'll throw another pass in the flats, and making a couple of men miss, crossing the 25 to the 26-yard line. That should be enough for a Hillbilly first down.
It does look like it. It looks like it was a gain about 7, and they're going to go ahead.
And they're moving the chains.
Yep.
So first down and 10 at the 27-yard line. And Fredonia, they're going in a bit of a hurry-up right here. So Whitfield, again, the shotgun formation, this time 4 wides, and Lauder, the single back, right beside Whitfield. Calling the signals. Here comes a shotgun snap, and it's a give on the inside to Lauder. And Lauder pounding the rock to about the 33, 34-yard line. So gain of about 7 yards.
Nice quick dive right there. It's going to gain of 7.
So 2nd and 3 at their own 34-yard line as we hit 9 minutes left in the first quarter. Once again, Fredonia going in an empty backfield. It's been successful on this drive, so if it's not broke, do not try to fix it. And 4 down linemen, a 4-3 defensive alignment for the Tigers. Here's a snap. Whitfield looking to throw it again. He looks, throws one again on the wheel route. That one is complete to Simon Davis. Gets escorted out of bounds at around the 45, 46-yard line. Referee's marking at the 47, so that's more than enough for a first down for Fredonia.
It's going to be a 12-yard gain.
And Fredonia, again, going without the huddle.
Yep, and referee indicates running clock.
It looks like they're mimicking the K-gun here a little bit, the days of the 1990s Buffalo Bills, as Whitfield calling the play, and Lauder, again, the single back as they go trips to the right once again, and only one receiver to the left. Once again, 4-3 defensive alignment for the Akron Tigers. Whitfield takes the snap. Here's the give to Lauder. Lauder trying to find some room. He'll get it to about midfield, and that's it. Got met by a wall of Akron defenders.
Yeah, they were ready for that running play that time.
So it'll be a 2nd down, 7 at midfield. And again, going to hurry up.
Yep, and Lauder is a senior, so this could be his last chance to make a good impression for scouts. It could be. You never know in the playoffs.
But he's had a great season enough as they're in a trip stack formation. Here's a snap, and it's going to be a screen pass to Davis. Bobbled, incomplete. He did not maintain control of the ball. That's going to be an incomplete pass, as there is some flags on the play, and that's usually in the vicinity of a holding or an illegal pick set by a receiver.
Could be. Holding on the offense is going to be the indication. So that's going to be a 10-yard penalty, unlike a spot foul. I do believe it's not a spot. It is a spot foul, isn't it?
More visible so I can see some players' names.
Anyways,
Thanks.
here we go. And
All right, so there was a holding penalty on that, and it's going to be at the spot plus 10 yards. That's how it's been throughout the season for high school football, from what we've seen.
yep, 2nd down and 17.
So 2nd and 17 at their own 40. So going a bit backwards a little bit after some nice plays by Fredonia, but it's just 2nd down. If they can at least get 8-9 yards on it, they'll be golden.
Exactly. You want to set up for a nice short 3rd down, 3rd and manageable, so you don't have to get it all back right now.
Yeah, and Whitfield, he can take off if he needs to. He's rushed for more than 600 yards on the season, but they're going to go empty backfield here. Trips right, 2 receivers to the left, and Whitfield again in the shotgun formation. And here's a snap, and he wants to throw, looking. He'll lob it downfield for a receiver, and that's caught to the 25, knocked out of bounds by Fry. So a huge gain there for Fredonia, more than enough for a first down. But there is a flag on the play.
And that could be in the vicinity of
It's roughing the
foul.
passer.
Yep.
Oh, it's on Fredonia. So that's going to go back. I'm wondering if that was and they're calling a tripping on Fredonia. So that negates a beautiful pass by Nick Whitfield. A nice little lob, a tight spiral that could have just gone straight into the hands of only his intended receiver.
Exactly. So that's going to make it.
And tripping is a 15-yard penalty.
That's going to be 2nd and 32.
We're looking like blitz the league right now a little bit. 2nd down and a country mile here for Fredonia. A huge penalty taking that away. And again, Fredonia, they're a team that averages more than 33 points a game offensively. 2nd down and 32 at their own 25.
So that is the 2nd penalty on this drive that's really cost Fredonia big plays.
the second straight one, too.
Exactly.
So they're back at their own 25 after 2 consecutive penalties.
They're going to.
Or they might respot it again. A little confusion here. Right now it's at the 35. So we're seeing where the spot's going to be. There is a conference right now between the respective officials.
Anyways, we got some sponsors for today, Norm.
Paul Wolf, the man that solves problems, and the Ad Pro Sports. Oh, these fleeces are comfortable, and
The jackets are
some of us already know that his commercial of solving problems is a parody of the 1994 Quentin Tarantino hit Pulp Fiction, as this will be a second down and 28 after the respot at the 29-yard line. So an 11-yard penalty, and again, they're going to go empty backfield here, trips to the right, 2 receivers to the left, and Whitfield, who knows, he might throw up another lob. But it's going to be a 4-3 alignment once again for the Tigers. Whitfield takes a shotgun snap, and he wants to throw. Looking, staying in the pocket. Here comes the rush. He's going to take off and run. Gets to the 35, to the 40, 45, out of bounds at around the 47-yard line. So, job well done there. That's going to make that about a 3rd and 10.
Yeah. All his options were. So about. We're going to make it about 3rd down and 10, 3rd down and 9 area. But all his receivers were covered, and he saw the wide open gap, and he decided to run with it. And you talked about it in the pregame. He can run the ball.
That was a 19-yard run there by Whitfield. That makes this a 3rd and manageable. So it goes from 2nd down and a couple of miles to 3rd down and maybe a 3rd of one. We'll have to wait and see as they're going to a 4-wide set. Here's the snap, and Whitfield wants to throw it again. Looking. He's got plenty of time in the pocket, and they're going to get to it. No, he gets it away. Throws, and that's going to be incomplete. Great offensive effort there by Whitfield, but couldn't quite get it to his intended receiver. That was intended for Simon Davis. It looked like he was toast. The defensive lineman for Akron looked like he had the sack. Barely got the ball away, but too high for Davis.
Exactly. So sometimes when you're tackled, Norm, when you throw a little early.
Yes.
And he threw a little too early right there. And that's a great job by this Akron defense to put pressure on Whitfield. And, I mean, they didn't really neutralize him too much, but they neutralized him enough in this drive.
Well, it's going to be number 70, Owen Bush punting, and here's the boot, and that's a beauty. Fry the deep man, and this one it's going to go. Nope. That will be a touchback, even if you recover the ball before the goal line. Your feet have to not be in there, period.
Right.
So it'll be a touchback, 1st and 10 for the Akron Tigers. So they catch a bit of a break. They fail to take advantage of the fumble, but they're able to avoid Fredonia getting a score of their own. But they kind of put that upon themselves with those 2 penalties.
Yeah, big holding penalty, which was the spot foul, and then that tripping call. So really an undisciplined drive on Fredonia's part, but also a good job for the Akron defense to set up exactly their offense in a decent position with a touchback.
Yes, and this will be a 3-wide set, and the Tigers in the pistol, and here comes the give on the dive, and tackled inside the 20 to about the 22-yard line by a couple of front linemen for Fredonia.
Looks like it's going to be about a gain of 4 on the play.
And that run was by number 22, Brody Hibbard.
Hibbard on the season, I talked about in the pregame, 89 carries for 588 yards, averages 6.6. He has 9 touchdowns for Akron this year.
Excellent season for him so far, as here comes another handoff to Hibbard. This time he finds some room and gets to about the 28, 29-yard line. He's going to be a little short of the 1st down. This will be 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 at the most.
Yeah, I would say it's probably 3rd and 1. And from the indication at the marker, it is 3rd and 1.
Ball's at the 34-yard line. They need to at least get it to it's at the 29. He needs to get to at least the 30.
Exactly. And like we talked about it with Whitfield. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
So 3rd down and a yard to go for Akron. Pistol formation, and it's going to be a pitch. And Looked like he got stopped for a minute, but gets the first down and more to the 35, tackled it around the 36, 37. Davis, one of the guys, get there for Fredonia. Hibbard got enough, and he's got the first down. Move the chains, Akron. And that's going to be a 9-yard run for Hibbard. And so first down and 10. 5:42 left and counting in the first quarter. Both teams still have bagels on the scoreboard. 0-0. Here's the snap in the shotgun. It's going to be an inside handoff. And met right away by a wall of defenders for Fredonia.
Yep, it's going to be a gain of 1 on the play. Yep, they're going to give him 1 yard.
And the handoff was to Chris Bergman, number 4. And it was the whole front 4 of Fredonia getting to the runner.
Yep, on the season, Bergman has 30 carries for 212 yards, averaging 7.1 if we're being technical. His longest is 42 yards.
But we're about to hit 7 minutes played in quarter number 1. Score still scoreless. Second down and 9 at their own 39. 4 wide set. And here's a snap, and Fry wants to throw for it. He goes long on the play. Incomplete, intended for Hibbard. There won't be any interference, and that's a good no call. The pass was not catchable.
That was definitely not catchable. That was way over his head. Maybe Fry is just rushing his throws a little bit, or his receivers not getting to the end of the route on time. But there's some clear miscommunication right there.
At least it's not like A.J. Green earlier this week, not even looking at the ball and didn't know it was picked off to cost Arizona their game against Green Bay.
It wasn't picked. I think it was a 4th down play, wasn't that?
Well, it was an interception either way. 3rd down and 9 to 39, and it's going to be an option play. Fry's going to keep it himself. Gets to the 40, 45, and from the spot, he should have the first down. Got tackled at the 48. Looked like he was brought down by Micah Davis.
Yep, that's going to be a 10-yard carry for him, and that's going to be enough for the Akron Tiger first down.
Once again, like you mentioned, Fry, another dual-threat quarterback. So far, Fry's averaging 6 flat yards a carry, and he's got 5 rush touchdowns. He's got the Whitfield skills, can run and throw.
Exactly. Both these quarterbacks are probably one of the better ones in Western New York. Western New York quarterbacks pretty well known for being dual threat.
Well, here comes another handoff to Hibbard. Hibbard finds a crease, picks up a block to the 40, and he'll be tackled at around the 38-yard line. And it looked like, once again, that was Davis on the tackle, but move the chains, Tigers, first down.
It's going to be a 12-yard run. So quite a bit of support for Akron from the far bench, as we can see here. But also, Fredonia is only 10 minutes away from this field, so lots of Fredonia support.
So it's going to be first down and 10 at Fredonia's 38 as we're about to hit 4 minutes left in quarter number 1. And they're going to go in a trips left, one receiver to the right, and it's going to be Hibbard, the only back. Fry calling the signals, and here's the handoff to Hibbard again. And he pounds the rock to about the 36-yard line. One of the guys to get there, it looked like it was Lauder, who was one of them. So a 4-yard gain there by Hibbard. Second down and 6. Ball at the 36-yard line.
Fredonia doing a substitution. In comes number 70, I believe that number was.
Yes, it was. And number 70 for Fredonia is Owen Rush, who's also the punter, as that pass attempt was incomplete, and it looked like it was intended for Xander Borton.
So far, Travis Fry is 0 for 3, Norm, on his completions. So I believe he's not really setting up, because as soon as he gets the ball, he just gets ready to throw. So he's not really giving himself time to read the route.
And I'm sure he knows from film how tough Fredonia's defense is. And also, Fry's coming into the game completing less than half of his passes. He was 53 of 108 in the regular season, but he's going to have 2 backs beside him, 3 wides. Here's the snap, 3rd and 6, and this is a handoff, and he's going to definitely be short. He'll be tackled at around the 32. The give was to number 4, Christopher Bergman. That'll make that about a 4th and 2, maybe 3.
It looks like it's going to be a 4th and 5, actually.
So a 2-yard gain is going to make it a 4th down and 4 at the 33-yard line of Fredonia. And again, I like this decision. Fredonia is a tough team. You're a team of Akron that is short in numbers. You want to get the momentum, and you want to get it sooner rather than later.
Exactly.
And they're in a tight trips formation, and it's going to be a keeper. And he's got it. Fry's got the first down. He'll be tackled at the 25-yard line, 8-yard gain. This time they convert the 4th down, and Jeremy needed 4, got 8 yards. Do your saying, my friend.
That is a double up. Fry is rolling.
And it looks like there's a timeout called by Fredonia. We will take a quick break ourselves. 2:48 left in quarter number 1. Scoreless, but Akron's threatening to score. You're watching this matchup between them and the Fredonia Hillbillies right here on WNY Athletics. Stay tuned.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems.
And we're about to resume action here at Carl Hepner Athletic Field. Akron Tigers are driving for a touchdown here. They're at the 25-yard line. This will be a give to Hibbard, and he'll be lucky if he got back to the line of scrimmage. He got met right away by one of the defensive tackles for the Fredonia Hillbillies. From my vision, it looked like it was Ismael Martinez, number 68.
It's going to be right at the line of scrimmage.
So no gain on the run. 2nd down and 10 with under 2.5 minutes left in the first quarter. And the rain's starting to come down a little bit again, but still good weather to play football in. And they're going to go in a 4-wide set, 2 on each side. And the single back once again is Hibbert. And here's the snap, and Fry going for the corner of the end zone for a receiver. Incomplete. And that was intended for Donnie Crayer, and that's, again, a good no call. The defender ran into the receiver. They got tangled up. No call.
I think that's it, too, and plus he was looking for the ball.
As long as you look for the ball, you're good.
It's going to be 3rd and 10.
Once again, this will be 4-down territory here for the Akron Tigers.
All of Akron's offense has come on the ground. Absolutely no completions for Travis Fry.
We saw that a couple weeks ago at Southwestern. The Golden Cougars of Cassadaga Valley, Maple Grove, and Falconer, they ran the wishbone offense, only threw it 2 times. So here's a 2-back set, shotgun formation. Flag on the play. This could be an illegal formation as the give is to, once again, Bergman, but very minimal yardage. I think Fredonia is going to decline this and make this be 4th down.
Right.
Very minimal gain, so it wouldn't be a huge risk. We've seen quite a few flags here in the first quarter. It's going to be a false start here on the Tigers, so it's going to be a decline. It'll be 4th down. So a loss of 1 on that run. 4th down and 11 at the 26, and you know the Tigers are going to go for it. They're 1 for 2 on 4th downs in the first quarter, and you're definitely going to go for it again. And plus, the defense, the first series they saw in Whitfield, the first couple, they've looked decent. But Fredonia indicating the blitz. Shotgun formation, Fry. And fakes the handoff. Wants to throw, but here comes the rush. He circles around it, pointing for traffic. Looking. And he's going to be brought down at the 30. That's going to be ruled a sack. A great effort there by Fry to try to extend the play, but the receivers were covered like blankets, and he just had nowhere to go.
Yeah, absolutely nowhere to run. And that's unfortunate if you're Travis Fry. But so far you've had no looks other than going to Hibbard. Really, for Akron. Your rushing game is fine. It's 13 for 55. But Whitfield is 30 for 4 for 24 yards. Couple would have been further, but, penalties brought a couple of those back.
That 2nd and 17 completion got pushed back due to a tripping, excuse me. But 1st and 10 for Fredonia at their own 30-yard line. They're going to go trips left, 2 receivers to the right, empty backfield. Whitfield in the shotgun formation. And he is prepared to go. And here's a snap, and he wants to throw. And here comes a small pass in the flats, complete. And looked like that was, once again, Davis on the reception.
Yeah, but that's going to be enough for a touchdown or a 1st down.
13-yard gain on the completion, first down and 10 at their own 43. So Whitfield off to a strong start, albeit he's throwing those short, safe passes, the wheel routes, and the passes in the flats. But again, they're going to go empty backfield here. Trips to the left, 2 receivers to the right. And Whitfield in the shotgun formation. Calling the signals, takes a snap, and he's going to keep it here on a draw. He's the 45, crosses midfield, and gets met up by some defenders. There was a fumble on the play. The ball came out. We'll see who has it. The man with the tackle was number 52. That was Andrew Warren. We'll see who's got the ball, and Fredonia's got it. So it will be a second down from the referee's indication.
Be just short, but it looks like we do have an injured Tiger.
Yes, we do, and we'll take a quick commercial break. Once again, you're watching this matchup between the Fredonia Hillbillies and the Akron Tigers right here on WNY Athletics. Stay tuned.
When you're ready to buy a home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. You can find new listings before they appear anywhere else and refine your search for immediate notifications of similar properties. Plus, get pre-qualified to make your offer stronger and connect with a local Howard Hanna agent who knows your area and how to close the deal. So when you're ready to buy, visit howardhanna.com and find your home fast.
I love being home.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading.
And even in spite of that fumble off the hit Whitfield took from Warren, it's 9 yards on the gain, second down and a yard at the Tigers' 47. A minute 12 left in quarter number 1. They're going to go 4 wides, 2 slot receivers, and here comes the give. And crossing the 45, enough for the first down on the run. We'll have to see who got the carry. It was not Lauder who got that rush. And it was Micah Davis on the carry. He's also had a busy game so far on the defensive side of the ball, playing defensive back.
Yeah, I mean, he's been having solid start. Minute 3 remaining, a minute left here in the first quarter.
And once again, rain coming down, but the weather's still good. 3 wides, a slot receiver to the right. Whitfield wants to throw. He's going to shoot this one downfield. He's got one-on-one coverage. Caught! And incomplete, out of bounds. A great overall effort, though. The beautiful pass, but ran out of real estate of the sideline to try and reel it inbounds.
That was such a good pass, too. So Whitfield is obviously a lot more composed in the pocket compared to Fry. You can tell he's seeing his targets better. He's waiting for his targets to get to the end of the route. He's putting on a nice, beautiful touch on the ball. I mean, that's why he's been one of the better quarterbacks here in Section 6.
And that pass was intended for Ethan Fry, who's had a great season. Once again, 28 receptions, 7 of them for touchdowns. Second down and 10 at the 44-yard line of the Tigers. Trips right, 1 receiver to the left. Here comes a wide receiver screen pass. That's complete, but tackled right away on it by Bergman. The pass was completed to Brandon Ronsky, but he had nowhere to go, got met up right away, and that's going to lose some yards. So it'll be a loss of 1. It's going to be third down, 11 yards to go, under 30 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll see if they choose to run a play or just let the clock run out and run to quarter number 2. But they're going to go empty backfield, 2 receivers to the right, trips to the left. And they've also got 2 receivers in the slot. This could be another draw play by Whitfield the way this looks. Here's the snap. He wants to throw for it. Looking, stays in the pocket. Shoots this one downfield. That was complete to the 15, to the 10. Makes a man miss, and he walks in for a touchdown. The pass complete, and it looked like, and it was Devon McCall with the touchdown catch, 44 yards on it, and that's how we end the first quarter with Fredonia taking a 6-0 lead, but they still got to kick the extra point. But what a pass and what maneuvers there by McCall after the catch.
Exactly, and he broke a tackle. Looked like one of the defenders actually slipped on the turf, but, man, Whitfield put a beautiful touch on that ball. I mean, they saw that route before, and they went right back to it. 44 yards, like you said, to the house. And to end this first quarter, that's one heck of a way. That's one way to end the season. That's his second touchdown of the season.
Didn't mean to inadvertently cut you off there, Jeremy, but it's going to be Tabone with the extra point for the Hillbillies. Snap, put down, kick on the way, and that's right down the pipe. And that's how we end one quarter here at Carl Hepner Athletic Field. Fredonia up 7-0 over the Akron Tigers. This matchup between these two teams for Section 6 Class C Finals is a quarter old. Stick around for more action here on WNY Athletics.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyer.
And we're about to start quarter number 2 here at Carl Hepner Athletic Field. Fredonia took a 7-0 lead the last play to end the first quarter. Nick Whitfield, 44-yard touchdown pass to Devon McCall. And the extra point was good for Fredonia, so 7-0 to score, and they're about to kick it off to Akron. The two deep men they have for the kickoff are Bergman and Hibbard. So they'll be standing at around the 23-yard line for the kickoff. And here comes Total Leather, and it's going to be a squib kick. And chasing it down, it'll be recovered before going out of bounds by number 13, Jack Fowler. And some of these players when I saw were Akron, they were running away from the ball. But the thing is with kickoffs, if it goes more than 10 yards, that's a live ball.
Exactly. They can go and try to get it. However, the ball wasn't touched, and it is now Akron's ball. Fresh 12 minutes, 1st and 10.
And they're at their own 33-yard line, so decent field position to start it off. And they're going to stick with the shotgun formation. They're going to have a trips right, one receiver to the left. And Hibbard the single back as Fry looking to get a counterattack here. And Akron, they've been able to move the ball a little bit, but they just haven't gotten the job done. And they're in that pistol formation. Here's a snap, and it's going to be a give to Hibbard. Hibbard to the 35, dragged down at around the 37, 38-yard line on the tackle.
So that's their 14th carry already, and that's good. Going to be good for 6. So to the 37, 38-yard line from our perspective.
So a 7-yard run on the carry. It'll make it a 2nd down and 3.
Clock continues to run as there's a rushing play. And again, all of Akron's defense has come on the ground. 14 rushing for 61 yards. So 4.36. But they got to find a way to, if you want to win in the playoffs, you got to go to the air.
Fredonia showing the blitz, and here comes a toss sweep to Hibbard. Pitch was a little wide, but he was able to get a hold of it. One of the guys to get there for Fredonia was number 66, Gabriel Salim, among other defenders. Another one that was also there was Matt Cash, number 58.
Yep. Yeah, about a gain of 2 on the play.
It'll be 3rd down and 2 yards to go at the 40-yard line for the Akron Tigers. Only a 7-0 deficit. Way too early to panic as we're in the second quarter. They're a team, despite the short numbers, 6-2 in the regular season, and looking to get a win here against Fredonia. But Fredonia's showing the blitz. Here comes the keeper for Fry. He'll get to about back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all he's going to get. So no gain on the play.
So, again, Fry is also known to rush, as his stats we talked about would indicate. So 4th and 2, you go for it, but this is risky.
I think they're going to try and get Fredonia to jump off sides. They are showing blitz. They're showing the front house blitz right here as they're in the shotgun formation, 2 wides on each side, and the single back is Hibbard. I'm thinking they're going to anticipate another pitch, but it's going to be under center, and Fry, he's going to he gets away, and he gets to the 45, and he'll get enough for the 1st down. Looked like he was stuffed over there, but bounced around like a pinball, found a gap on the opposite end, and got more than enough for a Tigers 1st down.
Yeah, that's going to be a 7-yard carry. Wow, that was That was incredible, and not anything could happen in this game.
Yes, and it looked like that Fry was toast, a dead duck on the run, but was able to spin off the tackle, cut it over to the left side, picked up 6 yards in the run, enough for a first down, and Fredonia again showing the blitz. Shotgun formation for Fry. Fakes the handoff. Wants to throw. Looking for his first completion. Get wide open and incomplete. That was intended for Donnie Crayer. If he holds out of that ball, he's going to the house.
That was the closest play for Akron in the air all night.
And that was a perfect throw by Fry.
So that's just, that's a dagger.
But the rain does make it difficult to catch the ball, but it looked like it just went through his hands.
Yeah, mere inches.
Wow. That's one of the most painful kinds of drops to see. But they still have only a second down, and they're going to go in a tight formation here. They're going in a tight trip stack on the left side. One receiver to the right, and it's going to be an inside handoff once again to Hibbert on the dive, and he'll get to about the 48-yard line, a gain of 2 on the play. Make it a 3rd down and 8, 9:25 left in the half, and 7-0 to score in favor of Fredonia.
Yeah, again, you go back to the air, it's 3rd and 8. Normally 3rd down is, in fact, a throwing play.
Yes, it is.
But with Akron, it's rushing, too. But it looks like they're going to go with one receiver or one in the backfield with Fry.
So Hibbert's the single back, 2 receivers on each side. 3rd down and 8, they're on 48, and high snap, but Fry catches it. He'll shoot this one downfield, incomplete. That was intended for Bergman, and it's going to be 4th down and 8, and you know they're going to go for it again. And so far, 4 attempts on 4th down, 2 conversions.
Yeah,
one of them this drive.
Right, 2 conversions, but at the same time, it looks like they're bringing out the punting unit, Norm.
Not necessarily a bad decision. You don't want to give Fredonia great field position, and it looks like the punter will be Fry, and they're going to have 2 deep men on the return for Fredonia. And Simon Davis is one of those guys.
Or there could be a trick play.
It could be a fake. Fry's the quarterback, and there's going to be a false start. The gunner jumped too early.
And that's definitely going to be a punt here. 4th and 13 after this false start penalty. So it's going to back them up to about the 43-yard line.
So 8:53 left in the half, 4th and 13 at their own 43, and Fry going to punt the ball here for the Tigers, and the deep men are McCall and Davis, the 2 deep men back for the punt for Fredonia, and Fry set the punt. And here comes the big rush coming. Here's the boot, and that's blocked. Rolling to the 25, rolling to the 20, still loose, and still going loose. Rolling, rawhide, and it gets fallen on it around the 10-yard line. A big rush by Fredonia, and there was no way that punt was going to go off. That was a clear block, 4 or 5 guys on the rush, clean block, and it squirts another 15, 20 yards due to the rain, and now Fredonia has a chance for a 2-possession lead.
Exactly. The wet turf really played into effect right there, why the ball rolled so close to the 10-yard line. But we almost saw that last night, too, in Jamestown.
Yes, we
where
did.
As soon as the ball snapped, the receiving team front line was right there to block the punt, Norm. I believe that was in the second quarter last night. It's in the second quarter tonight. Anyways, 8:42 remaining in the first half. 1st and 10 for the Hillbillies at the Akron 10-yard line.
So this is goal to goal pretty much. 10 yards equals a touchdown. Here's the give to Lauder. Lauder swings into the middle of the 5, 4, 3, 2 approximately.
It's going to be an 8-yard gain.
Makes this a 2nd down and short, and I have to predict this could be a quarterback draw here.
This very well could be, Norm. A quarterback keeper?
Or a fake handoff on the dive to Lauder and a little bootleg, or could be a play-action pass. We'll have to wait and see. Let's play Tony Romo, ladies and gentlemen, and it's going to be an inside handoff to Lauder. Pounds it in for a touchdown. 13-0. Matthew Lauder with another touchdown run. He had 7 in the regular season. He gets his first one here tonight. 13-0 in favor of Fredonia, 8:11 left in the half, and now Salvatore Tabone getting ready to kick the point after touchdown.
Exactly, now that block punt looms huge. So, good job by Fredonia to take advantage of that turnover, of the block punt. And here comes the extra point.
I think I understand why they were reluctant to punt it at first, going for it those 4 times on 4th down. Maybe not necessarily strong blocking on it, as the PAT by Tabone is good. 14-0, 8:11 left in the half, and Tigers about ready to get the ball back, and it's still not the end of the world. Yes, your punt got blocked, but it's just 14 points. This is not an insurmountable deficit.
And plus the game is far from over. You don't even consider panicking at this point.
No, you shouldn't.
Because we've seen a lot higher deficits erased.
Yes, we
pretty
have.
quickly. Happened in Williamsville South when Jamestown visited there.
Coincidentally, that's who they are playing next week in the next round of the playoffs, which we will be at Strider Field. And the big test for them is to try and stop Jalen Butera. He had another monster game last night.
5 touchdowns, I believe, 2 rushing, 1 receiving, or 3 receiving. No,
3 rushing, a receiving, a punt return, and 2 picks.
That is right. So Jalen's just really been having a strong game.
And that was all in 1 quarter and change.
Yeah, I mean, it was 28-0 after the first quarter. Ben Anderson had the other touchdown.
59 yards.
Yep, Butera had 3. So, but that's enough about Jamestown. We're here to announce Fredonia and Akron. And right now, Fredonia is up 14-0.
And Tabone about to kick it off again. They've been squibbing the kicks. Let's see if they do another one here. No, this one's kicked deep. That's a beauty. And Bergman's going to field it around the 11-yard line. Goes to center of the field to the 20. Trying to swing it to the right side, but he gets met right away by a kickoff specialist for Fredonia on the kickoff coverage. So it looks like it was about a 10, 11-yard return. So first down for the Tigers. And in all honesty, the running game has worked for them. I would say stick with it for a little bit because the passing game has just gone nowhere.
Exactly. Like you mentioned, Fry's 0 for 6, but on the ground they have 72 rushing yards.
And plus, it keeps the dynamite Fredonia offense on the bench for a while, and you need to get that momentum. And plus, you get the ball to start half number 2.
Exactly. So you could build up on this.
Well, here's the give on the dive to Hibbard, but he's met right away by a wall of the front 4 of Fredonia.
And that's going to be about a loss of 2 on the play.
We'll have to see the spot. It looked like it was about a 2-yard loss. And it will be. 2nd down and 12 at the 20-yard line for the Akron Tigers. Akron looking to get something going. They're down 14-0. The block punt got rolled back to the 10-yard line. And they're going to go in the shotgun formation. Trips to the left, 1 receiver right, and it's going to be Bergman, the single back. Here's a snap, and it's going to be a handoff. And minimal yardage does cross the 20. Gets to around the 21, 22-yard line.
Yeah, that's going to get the yardage right back. So it's going to make this 3rd down and 10.
So a 2-yard run there by Bergman.
Clock keeps running. And again, this is where, a passing game would really come in handy.
And they'll have to throw it here. It's 3rd down, 10 yards at their own 22. The last throw by Fry was a beautiful one, but Crayer just couldn't get a clean hold of it. And it's going to be an option play, and Fry spinning away, but again gets met up by a wall of defenders for Fredonia. And they've been doing well with this in the first half. Not just one defender to rely on. They do the gang tackling.
Exactly, and that's going to be a sack of about 2 yards.
And it looks like they're going to punt the ball here, and they will. And Davis is going to be the deep man for the punt. The last time Akron punted not too long ago, a big rush came from Fredonia, and it got blocked.
Exactly, so don't be surprised if Fredonia does that again.
And Fry standing back at his 6-yard line preparing to punt. McCalby, another guy in the return. High snap, but Fry gets it. Here comes the kick, and that punt's a beauty. And it's going to be fielded around midfield by McCall. Gets to the 45, to the 40, and to around the 38-yard line. So about a 13-yard return. And Fredonia is now in Akron territory again.
Yeah, I mean, most of these drives for Fredonia have started in Tiger territory. But really that's because Akron's been aggressive, which you should be in the playoffs. but sometimes you also got to be smart in the playoffs.
Yes.
Some of these play calls are aggressive, but they could also be a little too aggressive, if you know what I mean. But that's given Fredonia prime real estate, and they've taken advantage a couple of times here.
So the ball's been respotted a yard back. It'll be a 12-yard punt return, 39-yard line, and they're going to go with a trips left, 2 receivers to the right, empty backfield. This is usually a deep throw or a draw from what we've seen. And here's a snap. Whitfield wants to throw. Throws center of the field. That one's complete to McCall. He crosses the 25, gets down at around the 21. He's the guy that caught the touchdown pass from Whitfield in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's going to be about a gain of 17 yards.
So 17 on the completion, 5.5 left in the half. 14-0 in favor of Fredonia. They have a shot to make this a 3-possession game. Whitfield again in the empty backfield, trips to the left, 2 receivers right. Taking the shotgun snap, and here comes a pass in the flats and incomplete. And number 24, McCall, that was intended for him, but the way that Bergman was charging in on him, better off letting that go incomplete.
Exactly, because he was going to get stopped right away. And if he didn't go forward as soon as he caught that ball, it could have been, and it could make a couple steps. That would have been a fumble, too. So it would have been pretty ticky-tacky anyway, but now it's just an incomplete pass.
So 2nd down and 10 at the 22-yard line. And it also could have been a loss of yardage, but here's a snap. And here's a throw. That one's caught in the center of the field. That's Simon Davis. He'll cross the 10, get it to about the 6-yard line. So 1st and goal to go for Fredonia.
Yeah. Looks like he got to about the 6, so that's a 16-yard gain.
So a 16-yard completion there to Simon Davis. He's had a busy first half. And we're about to hit 5 minutes left in the half. So 1st and goal at the 6-yard line here for the Hillbillies. And this is one of those things like one of our colleagues, Tom Prince, says, battle in the trenches, the trench warfare.
The trenches determine who wins games, Norm.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line. Lauder scored the last touchdown for Fredonia. Let's see what happens here. 4 wides, Lauder the back, Whitfield in the shotgun, and he wants to throw for it. Takes a look, goes to the corner of the end zone, broken up by Bergman. Intended there for McCall, and Bergman, hypothetically, if he was able to catch that, that's about 96 yards into the end zone.
Exactly.
So, yep, go ahead, I'm sorry.
2nd down and 6, 4:44 left, still plenty of time. I mean, they could also run this play. They don't have much rushing, 5 for 41. Most of their offenses come through the air, as Whitfield is 8 for 11 for 113.
And we've got some William Matar on the scoreboard, 4:44 left in the half, 14-0 to score, looking to make this 20 points. Whitfield in the shotgun formation, inside handoff to Lauder. Lauder pounding the rock. He gets down to about the 1.
So a 5-yard run right there. And what did I just say about they could run the football? A little Tony Romo action in there for myself, ladies and gentlemen.
So it's going to be 3rd down and inches at the 1-yard line. The way it's looking, this could be another handoff to Lauder or a possible sideline throw to the end zone. Here's a snap, and it's going to be a give to Lauder. Pounds the rock in for a touchdown. 2nd one of the game for Lauder. 20-0 to score. 4:11 left in the half, and scoring starting to pick up a little bit after a slow start in the first quarter for both teams.
Yeah, mainly for Fredonia, who's just really been taking advantage of getting prime field position from Akron. And Akron's defense has no answers. I mean, winning in the trenches for Fredonia's O-line, giving Whitfield, sorry about that, Whitfield more time in the pocket, and he's just been making them pay 113 yards. Here comes the extra point.
Again, Salvatore Tabone for the extra point. Snap, put down, kick on the way, and that's a beauty. And Fredonia, they win this hand, getting a blackjack, 21-0, 4:11 left in the half. Akron needs to find an answer before the end of the first half.
Exactly, just something to feel good about going into halftime, because you're going to get the ball right back. So you want to build, some momentum, and maybe to start the passing game, just a couple quick screen passes, or really down into carried or in the flat, just something short, a short post route. You got to do something to get this passing game, because if you want to win games, you got to win it with the air and the balance of air and ground.
Just like the old saying, run to set up the pass as both
Exactly.
teams prepare to get on the field for the kickoff.
And if they score, Norm, it's a triple up.
Don't jinx yourself, my friend.
I already did. I live for the announcer's jinx.
Well, we couldn't be better at that as Tabone about to go toe to the leather once again for Fredonia. And again, the deep man are going to be Bergman and Hibbard.
Looks like it's coming down a little bit more in the terms of the rain.
But here comes the kickoff for Fredonia. 21-0, 4:11 left in the half. Last couple days we've seen some bouncy kicks on the turf in the rain. This time it's going to be number 4, Calder Anir with the kickoff. And this will be a high pooch kick. And, loose ball, but it gets recovered right away by number 13 for Akron, Jack Fowler. Honestly, I don't know why he didn't call fair catch.
I mean, even if he called for a fair catch, Norm, the ball bounced off of his hands.
True, and if he would have caught it, though, there wouldn't have been a possible rush.
Right.
But he didn't call for it. The ball slipped through his arms, but he was able to fall on it.
Exactly. He was right there. Right place, right time, and Akron's going to get set up on their own 35-yard line.
And they're going to go trips right, one receiver to the left, and the single back is Hibbard. They need to get something going offensively. First snap of this drive. And first completion of the game, that's the Bergman. Cross the 40. 45 in midfield, picks up a block and gets forced out of bounds. So first completion of the game for Fry, and that results in a Tiger first down.
Exactly. That's going to be a gain of 15 yards. So, I mean, that's a good confidence booster. And it's like we mentioned before, or I mentioned before, just something simple like that. It's just screenplay, just to get your passing game going. I mean, it resulted in 15 yards. So
high snap, but it's given on the dive to Hibbard. The ball may have been loose on the play. Fredonia is saying they've got it. But they're going to rule second down as one of the players for Akron fell on it. And again, the rain's starting to come down here. 3:46 left in the half.
Be about no gain on the play.
So 50-yard line, midfield. And they're just a yard away from Fredonia territory as we have 3.5 left in the half. And Fry in the shotgun formation, 1 back, 4 wides. High snap again, he's going to keep it himself. And again, that's going to be no gain.
I don't like the conservative play calling with a rush because, yes, it's been working, but building that passing game. We saw the screen worked. I know Fredonia has one heck of a defense, really, really good, but you gotta just get something through the air, especially on 3rd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
They did get their first completion of the game and their first pass yards total with that completion to Bergman to start this drive. 3rd down and 10 at midfield, 4 wides, and Fry in the shotgun looking to throw. He will incomplete. His receiver slipped, and there's a late flag. The pass was intended for Alex Wick, but he slipped and fell as he ran his route. But we'll see what the penalty's on.
That's going to be pass interference on the defense, Norm. So
I'm not sure if it was on Wick, on the guy that was on Wick, because I'm wondering if it was on another defensive back because Wick slipped on his own.
I think from what I saw, I obviously can't speak for the referee, but he was in the line of vision of the route. I think he is going to call it on Wick, on the route for Wick. So it's going to be a pass interference on Fredonia.
And it'll be a 15-yard penalty as it will not be a spot foul. And once again, they're in Fredonia territory. They need to get something going on this drive. They need to get points. Looked like Hibbard may have jumped, but here comes a snap. Fry's going downfield for Bergman, incomplete.
So
from what we've seen, Fry's got a decent arm, but they're just not getting to his receivers.
I think he's overthrowing them. So sometimes a good arm is a disadvantage because then you're overthrowing your targets, Norm.
Yeah.
And that appears to what happening with Fry. So, I mean, just 1 for 8, 15 yards. it's not really the best look on offense. So, anyways, 2:35 remaining. It looks like
They're going trips right on a receiver jump. That was Bergman.
that was very blatant.
Maybe been a miscommunication in the huddle, so it'll be 2nd and 15 back at Fredonia's 40.
Exactly. Throw into the check down, do a screen pass into a check down, and, try to gain these yardage back. The only reason I'm so heavy on this whole passing is because, really, you have 22 rushing plays, and they really haven't worked.
And here's the give to Hibbert again, and this time he'll be met up behind the line of scrimmage. Going to lose about 3-4 yards on the play.
Again, it's definitely a loss. I think it's going to be a good loss. A loss of 6. I think it's a 6.
And a timeout called by Fredonia. We'll take a quick break ourselves. 2:26 left in the half. Fredonia up 21-0 over Akron. Stick around for this Section 6 Class C matchup right here on WNY Athletics.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYImmediatecare.com for more information.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
So the last play resulted in a loss of 4 yards on the run by Hibbert, so it'll make it a 3rd and 19 at Fredonia's 44, and Fredonia about to show a front blitz. Shotgun formation, trips to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Shotgun formation here for Fry. At least get half this yardage, and you can have a manageable 4th down. Here's a snap, but here comes the rush.
Exactly.
Fry running outside the pocket, looking, still looking. He'll wing it across the field and almost intercepted. That was nearly picked off there. It looked like that was number 13 for Fredonia, or Jamison Quinn, number 15, excuse me. The numbers dark on dark can be a little tricky, but that's a cardinal sin, a big no-no that Fry committed. When you're running on one side of the field, you never throw it across your body up to the opposite end, because more often than not, that gets intercepted.
Exactly. Not only cross body, he also threw it off his back foot, Norm. So almost 2 no-nos, really, because you're not really supposed to throw off your back foot.
And they're going to elect to punt the ball here. It'll be 4th down and 18 at the 43-yard line of Fredonia. So if I'm Fry, I'd say cover corner, low snap, but he's able to get it. He'll rugby kick it, and he's able to get something out of it. It'll bounce out of bounds inside the 30, and we'll see where it gets spotted at, and it'll be at the 25-yard line. So just an 18-yard punt there, but in spite of the bad snap, he was able to get off a punt. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for Fredonia at the 25, 2:13 left in the half, and they have a chance to make this a 4-touchdown lead before halftime as Whitfield and the Fredonia offense comes back out onto the field.
So this is probably one of the deepest drives for Fredonia, other than being pinned at I believe they're close to their own 8-yard line, if I remember correctly, earlier on in this game.
Yeah. That was on the field, 4th down.
Right.
But Fredonia right now, they're going to go in an empty backfield, trips to the right, 2 receivers to the left. 75 yards away from a 27-point lead. Whitfield calling the signals. He is in the shotgun as Fredonia's run it pretty much the whole game. Or 4-3 alignment for the Tigers, and looking to throw is Whitfield. Looking, stays in the pocket, shoots it downfield, incomplete, intended for Davis. Whitfield looked poised in the pocket, but the throw was a tad high.
And there was an Akron defender that was right in his face, coming up, putting up his arms. So he was a little rushed on that throw. But, still plenty of time. 2:08 left here in the first half.
So 2nd and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Once again, empty backfield, trips to the right, 2 to the left. And here's a snap at Whitfield hanging out in the pocket, looking. He'll get outside, but here comes the rush. Gets around it, throws it, and incomplete. That was intended for Ethan Fry, who's had a decent game so far, and it'll be 3rd down, 10th, their own 25, 2 minutes left in the half, and if you can force a 3 and out, that's a good start to build some momentum your way.
Exactly. Any small victory, Norm. We're exactly at the 2-minute warning, so it's almost time for when Akron gets the ball back, possibly, it's going to be the 2-minute drill.
Yes.
So,
And they may have to abandon the run game a little bit as well. But, again, empty backfield, trips to the right, 2 to the left, 3rd down, 10th, their own 25, exactly 2 minutes left in the half. Whitfield takes the shotgun snap, looks to throw. He's going to shoot this one downfield and incomplete, intended for Simon Davis. So 3 plays, no yards, 3 and out. Akron, you got the job done. Now get your offense some points before halftime.
Exactly. So even if it's just a field goal, so nice. $1.56 left here in this game.
It'll be Owen Rush punting the ball for Fredonia, and we were watching him punt before the start of the game. He's got a cannon.
Exactly. And during the half, we're going to do some player spotlighting, Norm. We will be going over this during our halftime show. So,
here comes the boot by Rush, and looked like it was nearly offsides, but Fry will field this punt, and he gets it around the 35. He'll cross the 40, gets to the 45, makes a couple men miss, gets to midfield, and that's where he'll go out of bounds. So good field position to start it off here once again for Akron.
Yep. And good job. And that's their own quarterback that's creating that play, too. So, again, Fry's known for rushing, and on special teams, I believe, if I read the packet right, Fry's had actually 0 punt return attempts and kick attempts this year. So this is something new for him, actually.
Well, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line of Fredonia, and the Hillbillies showing the blitz. And here comes a motion man for the Tigers. And here's a snap, and Fry wants to throw for it. He throws to center field. That's caught by Bergman. Bergman to the 30, makes a couple men miss to the 25, gets knocked out of bounds. So both completions go to Bergman. They send Donnie Crayer in motion for an extra blocker, and it works out to fruition for the Tigers.
Exactly. That's going to be a 27-yard completion.
So both catches by Bergman, totaling 42 yards thus far. 1:35 left in the half, and they're at Fredonia's 22-yard line. If you can get a touchdown here before halftime, plus getting the ball to start second half, no reason why you can't come back.
There is so much time left in this game that there's 0 time to panic.
Well, Fry takes a shotgun snap, throws incomplete. That was intended for Xander Borton.
So, a little high there, releasing it a little early, so he's just trying to get the ball in and out. It's got to be less than a second or two. I mean,
yeah.
As soon as he gets the snaps, he's releasing the football.
So 2nd down and 10 at Fredonia's 22-yard line. They're going to go 4 wides. And Hibbard the single back as Crayer again set in motion to be the extra blocker. And here's a snap. Fry looking to pass, rolls over to the right side, looking, directing traffic, throws it for the end zone, intercepted. That one is picked off on the play to the 10, making a man miss. That's Ethan Fry with the interception, and he'll be tackled down at around the 11-yard line. So once again, as a late flag is thrown, again, Travis Fry gets out of the pressure, but again, made that mistake, throwing it across his body, and this time he paid for it.
Exactly, and that is a good read right there by the – oh.
That'll be after
flag.
the return on
Right.
Fredonia.
So it'll be Fredonia ball. It's going to be probably half the distance to the goal.
Yep, when it's inside the 20, half the distance to the goal.
Helmet to helmet on Fredonia. So it will be half the distance to the goal.
So it'll be first down and 10 for Fredonia. Let's see what they do here. They do have one timeout left. Do you try to step on the throat a little more, make it 28-0 before halftime, or do you just take some knees, go into halftime with a 3-touchdown lead?
I say you got to take knees here. Maybe run a play or two, But Fry's 2 for 11 for 40 yards, Norm. That's it. 40 yards and 2 completions is not going to win football games.
And they're going to go into trips right here and one receiver to the left. And Lauder is the single back. Let's see what they do here. Here's a snap, and it's going to be a give to Lauder. Lauder to the 15, and he finds some gaps and gets knocked down at around the 23-yard line. So more than enough for a first down, and that will stop the clock momentarily.
Gain of 17, I do believe.
And Akron's going to call a timeout to regroup here defensively. 1:12 left in the half. We're not going to go into a commercial break, but a big gain there by Lauder. And with that run, Fredonia might just say, let's go for a 4-touchdown lead before halftime.
Maybe, or maybe they just wanted to make sure Fredonia didn't have a chance, to take the knees right away. Get a couple first downs for Fredonia's. Yes, you could rack it up and make it 28-0 going into halftime, and you're giving the ball away anyway at that point because Akron has the ball because they deferred when they won the coin toss. But really, this game, at least this quarter, has been really dominant for Fredonia, and now it's starting to really come down here at Carl Hopner Field in Dunkirk.
So now Fredonia getting back out onto the field. First and 10 at the 23 after that 18-yard run by Lauder. One timeout left, and Akron has 2. So first down and 10 again at the 23-yard line. Trips to the right, one receiver left, Lauder the back. Whitfield takes a snap, and this will be another give to Lauder. Lauder following his blockers, crosses the 30, gets to about the 34. That will be enough for a first down. And due to a first down, the clock will briefly stop. So 1:06 left in the half. 21-0 in favor of Fredonia, and the clock will continue to run at the whistle. And Whitfield wants to throw for it. Looking. He goes deep downfield for Fry. Wide open, incomplete. Just a tad overthrown. He had his defender, Alex Wick, beat by a good 5 yards, but the pass was just a tad too airy.
You don't like to see that. It's not really windy here. It's just really rainy. But, wow, 58 seconds left in this second quarter, in this half, really. And Whitfield is having just one heck of a half. 8 for 15, 113 yards.
So they're going to go trips to the right again, one receiver left, and Lauder the only back. Ball at the 33. Here comes the give to Lauder again. He will get to the 35, tackled around the 38-yard line. The clock will continue to roll. So this will make it a third down and about 5.
It's going to be 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5.
So it'll be a third down 5 after the 5-yard run by Lauder. 35 seconds left in the half. Empty backfield. A trips to the right, 2 to the left, and Whitfield will throw it center of the field. Incomplete. That was intended for Devon McCall, who caught a touchdown pass from Whitfield in the first quarter, and this will make it a 4th down.
Yeah, do you go for it? Because 27 seconds left in the half. Or do you just punt it away? It looks like they're going to go for it.
Looks like they will go for it unless they decide to do a pooch punt with Whitfield. But they do have a lot of faith in the defense. They've shut down Akron when they've gotten close to the end zone. And they're just going to cover the center of the field. 4th down, 6, and Whitfield will throw. That one's caught by McCall. And
I don't think he got it.
Either. I thought he may have been a yard short.
Oh, it looks like forward progress. They're going to give it to him. They're going to give it to him.
Wow.
So maybe I think it was just inches, Norm.
7-yard gain, and the clock's running, though. 15 seconds, 14. Unless they just have to run out. Whitfield looks to throw. Looking. Runs outside the pocket. He'll shoot this one downfield for Davis, and incomplete. nearly picked off by Fry.
And that was a good defensive effort there by number 13, I believe, for Akron. That is going to be Jack Fowler.
So 3 seconds left in the half, and now a timeout will be called. Not sure if it's an official timeout. Fredonia will call their last one, probably to draw up a play to end the first half, whether it be just a simple give to Lauder or say, why not? Let's throw a Hail Mary. If it gets picked off, pin on their own end, no possibility of a return.
Exactly. So there's a plethora of options for Fredonia. 3 seconds left here in this half. And coming up is going to be our halftime show, Norm.
Yeah, we're going to be having another spiel, but instead this won't be during gameplay. This will be during the half.
And we will be doing some player highlights as well.
So a little mini extravaganza for viewers that want to hang tight and not X out from their laptop or turn the website off on their phone or however you want to watch it. Whatever your heart desires, as both teams are about to get back out onto the field. Again, this is 2nd and 10 at Fredonia's 44-yard line. 3 seconds left in the half. 21-0. This has been all Fredonia as the Tigers defense will get onto the field.
Yeah, now you can see it's starting to really build up. The field's getting quite moist, quite wet. You know, you could see the precipitation on the field. It's going to make for an interesting second half.
But looks like this could be just an inside give once again to Lauder, the way this looks. 4 wides, 2 on each side, 2 slots. And here's a snap, and Whitfield's going to test the arm. Looks. Staying in the pocket, gets away from the pressure, picks up a block from Lauder, and he'll just run the ball and be tackled at around the 49-yard line. And that's how we end the first half. The tackle on the play was by Donnie Crayer, and Fredonia, they're up 21-0 over the Akron Tigers in this Section 6 Class C Finals matchup. We have now hit halftime here at Carl Hepner Athletic Field. Again, Fredonia 21, Akron nothing. We've hit halftime, but stick around as we will have the halftime show momentarily.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
I love being home.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to WNYimmediatecare.com for more information.
Does he do car?
Forget about it.
How about home?
Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, this is Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. and
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
The front lineman there for the Jamestown Red Raiders. And speaking of that, and their whole rushing has been great on the defensive side all season. The 1-2 punch, Jarrell Farmer and Ben Anderson combining for 13 sacks on the season. And the other guy that got a shout out for Jamestown, Nick Maraglia, plays offensive and defensive line.
And he's had a pretty solid season himself. So next week we'll be at Starter Field as Jamestown takes on Williamsville South. Then, but another Class A action, we have Frontier versus Hamburg, crosstown rivals. As Frontier is a Hamburg school as well. Then in Class C, we got Southwestern going to play the winner of this game, and then I believe Medina is going to be playing the winner of the other Class C game.
Yep, and stat-wise so far this season, both for Delgado and Maraglia, so far this year, Delgado, he finished the regular season, 32 tackles, only 1 sack, but defensive tackles are not known to sack the quarterback a lot. They're more known to blow open holes in the running game and let the linebackers run through the gaps. And Maraglia, 33 tackles defensively on the front 4 defensive line, which, again, has been solid all year, along with the support of the two-headed monster of Farmer and Anderson. And also, you can't forget Butera on the defensive side. And another guy silently overlooked for Jamestown, he had an interception last week, Sincere Green.
I mean, Sincere Green, he's stepped up when it mattered most. Last year at the playoffs, he had the game-clinching interception. This year, I believe, against Williamsville South, ironically, he clinched the game for the Red Raiders with an interception at about the 22-yard line. But back to this game.
Yes,
if you're Akron, you got to get the air game going. 2 for 11 for Travis Fye, 40 yards.
And both completions were to Chris Bergman. And besides that, besides Whitfield's passing, Lauder has the other 2 touchdowns besides the 44-yard touchdown pass to Devon McCall.
Exactly. So Fredonia is looking great for Fredonia. Keep the foot on the gas. But if you're Akron, you got to get that passing game established. Yes, it's downpouring. The conditions are it's kind of getting worse. It's a good thing we're not at Fredonia, which is in a valley, so all that run down water would have just made the field.
The field would have looked like a bunch of sod.
Yeah.
Being a former resident around that area, I have seen that football field personally, and a lot of it, when the weather's bad, it could be big patches of mud.
Exactly. And next week, there's actually, I don't like saying this word, most viewers don't like the word, but I'm personally okay with it. Snow is in the forecast.
I don't think snow's a bad word. I just don't like it personally, and you and I both know I have the right to say that.
Right. So next Saturday has a 30% chance in Western New York, 40% chance on Wednesday of snow. So Halloween obviously is pretty weird. As soon as Halloween's over, we get the snow.
And people that love it, be careful what you wish for because you just never know. But the winner of this game will be taking on the Southwestern Trojans in the next round of the playoffs. And Southwestern, in their last game of the regular season, they came off a 36-24 win over the Falconer Casadega Maple Grove Golden Cougars.
Right.
They finished their regular season 5-3, so they're waiting for this game to commence. And so far, the way it's looking, they might be playing Fredonia, but there's still another 24 minutes to play, and it's not too late for Akron to come back and at least tie this game.
Exactly. There's still lots of time left here in this game. Like you said, way too early to panic. You're getting the ball to start the second half, and I believe if you're Akron, the halftime adjustment is we're going to throw more short passes, maybe in the check down or into the flat. You're not exactly going to panic, but you just got to get that rushing game or that passing game more efficiently because on the ground, 23 carries for 66 yards. Anyways, we'll be back here at Carl Hepner Field in Dunkirk, New York for the second half, so stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. A few clicks will show you the sales price you can expect for your home. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. So if it's time to sell your home, visit howardhanna.com today, and we'll match you with a local Howard Hanna agent to sell your home fast.
If you've been injured in an auto accident, large or small, call 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab right away. If you are in pain or just sore, don't take chances. Call RES today and take advantage of their 24 to 48-hour appointment pledge. With no copays, RES will help navigate the confusing world of no-fault insurance with you, so you can concentrate on getting better. 681-4088. RES Physical Medicine and Rehab. The most important call you can make after an auto accident.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to wnyImmediatecare.com for more information.
Does he do car?
Forget about it.
How about home?
Forget about it.
Does he get good rates?
Forget about it.
And you're saying there's no problem too big for this guy?
Forget about it. Paul, this is Johnny, the guy we've been talking about. Johnny, Paul Wolf.
Mr. Wolf, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for the invite.
Not a problem. It's Paul, not Mr. Wolf.
Oh, sorry, Paul.
Johnny, forget about it. For all your insurance needs, call 835-WOLF. And
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Akron, but the throwing game has just been a complete disaster. Both completions to 40 total yards to Christopher Bergman, but besides that, nothing else going on the passing game. But they came close a couple times. Fry had a couple of nice throws, but one was dropped and the other one was a tad bit overthrown. But I did mean to say this, Jeremy. We do offer our thoughts and condolences to the Sweet Home Panthers head coach, Jeremy Zimmer. He was recently hospitalized for some medical problems, but from what we're hearing, he is improving and doing better, and we just hope the condition improves.
Yeah, we just sent our thoughts and condolences to Jeremy. So 2 minutes remaining here in the warm-ups, and again, we talked about it. Akron doesn't have that much time. Well, they do. Well, they have a whole another half, but the way Fredonia's playing on this opening drive, you got to capitalize and you got to get points on the board.
Yeah, and the numbers speak for itself for Fredonia. The numbers are near even in yardage total for passing and rushing. 201 total yards, 82 rush versus 119 pass. That is considered an acceptable balance. And right now, Akron is kind of similar on their own end, but 95 less total yards.
Exactly. And especially for Travis Fry, who's 2 for 11 in this game, for about 40 yards, you got to be better. Like, I don't like being so crude, but you're in the playoffs. You got to take some risks. You got to shoot downfield, but you also got to, when you have time, use it. Use every last second you can to your advantage and make a nice, clean pass.
Yeah.
I mean, Fry's really been rushing, and a good job for the Fredonia defense to get to him almost as quickly as they have. But, again, Fredonia's been winning everything. Battle in the trenches, in the special teams. They already have a block. Return to about the Akron's 10-yard line. So, anyways, a whole new half, a whole new story, Norm.
Yeah, and it's not too late. There's still 24 fresh minutes about to be played. Still too early for Akron to panic, but to start this half, you've got to be smart, even if it means just going one play at a time, albeit not be a boatload of yardage. Don't go for the whole enchilada in one time.
Exactly. One play at a time, one small, 5-yard gain, 4-yard gain, something small.
Yeah.
Boost your confidence up. And as we end the 3-minute warm-up period, both teams are going to get ready to go. We're going to go for a quick 30-second commercial.
All right, and
we'll be right back.
Yep.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. Ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you.
All right, well, welcome back to Carl Hebner Field for the beginning of the third quarter. Jeremy Becker along with Norm Rodriguez, and we've already talked about a bunch of things during the half. So, Norm, I'm going to let you, while they get ready for kickoff formation, I'm going to let you take it away.
All right, Jeremy, as always, since virtually 2018, though it seems like a lot longer, thank you as always, as both teams prepare to get out onto the field for the second half kickoff. And the rain's starting to come down. I'm surprised we're not hearing raindrops keep falling on my head. It's raining again, or Phil Collins coming out in midfield singing, "I wish it would rain down," something.
I mean, yeah, a lot of raining songs, but we're not in a baseball game, Norm.
Still, though, it's still beautiful weather to play football. In my opinion, rain is the best one. You don't sweat real bad. You get a nice little bit of cool feeling.
I mean, a little bit of cool feeling. This rain is a colder rain. It is close to like 40 degrees outside, if I remember right. So, yeah, it's 54 degrees Fahrenheit right now. So it's a chilly one, and that rain just makes it feel colder.
And so Tabone will be kicking it off to start the second half for Fredonia. And the deep men again will be Bergman and Hibbard. They got to get something going. Yes, a fresh half about to commence, but also not a super boatload of time as Tabone ready to kick it off. And here comes the start of the second half. It's a squibber, and it gets fielded on and fallen on right away by Akron, and that was by number 17 for them. We do not have a number 17 on our roster for the Akron Tigers.
We don't?
We do not.
Anyways, moving on. Squib kick, as Fredonia's been doing mainly for the night.
Well, kicking into the rain and kicking in the wind, if you pop it deep, it'll just go backwards. But the kick will be at the 41-yard line, so decent field position to start it for the Akron Tigers. And this drive, you need to put points on the board, as they'll go trips right. One receiver to the left to start it off, and the single back will be Hibbard.
Looks like Fryer's waiting for the play call, just gets it now.
Calling out the signals. Here's the snap, and Fry will give it to Hibbard and gets stopped behind the line. Ian Story with the tackle. Number 90, the freshman on the team.
Going to be a loss of 2 on the play.
And from what we see, he's the only 9th grader on the varsity team for the Hillbillies.
Again, I would start throwing the ball now.
That was a loss of 2 yards on that play. You got to start throwing it here. And the running game, yes, it's had small gleams of success, but it's been very few and far between. We may as well see a blue moon in the sky, as it'll be a second down and 12 at their own 39-yard line. 4 wides, 2 on each side, shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Fry fakes a handoff, and we got a flag. And we'll see what it is.
It's in the vicinity of probably a false start.
We'll wait and see. And it will be a false start on the Tigers, and this is another thing that has killed their drives. They've committed quite a few penalties, and a few of them have been drive killers.
Exactly. And for Akron, this is not the start you wanted.
So second down and 17 at their own 34-yard line. Again, they're going to go 4 wides, 2 on each side. And Hibbard the back. Motion man is Wick. That shifts over to a trips. Here's a snap, and it's going to be a give to Hibbard. Hibbard finds a bit of a gap, gets to the 35 to the 41-yard line. So gets back to the line of scrimmage originally, makes it a 3rd and 10.
So it's going to be a 7-yard carry.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 10 for Akron. And this is a throwing down. You can't afford to hand it off on this one. 3rd down and 10. You have to throw a pass.
I'm very surprised that Akron is not throwing the ball more.
Honestly, with the rush that Fry's enduring, it wouldn't hurt to throw a screen and throw the defensive line off guard.
Exactly, or just something into the check down. They almost got nothing here.
And Crayer set in motion. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap and a fake handoff. Fry rolls to the right, throws down the field. Incomplete, intended for Bergman. And the struggles continue in the passing game for Akron. 3 and out to start it off in the second half.
So that is not what you wanted if you're the Akron Tigers. 10 minutes exactly. I don't think they'll go for it. So it looks like they are in punting formation. So Fredonia is going to get this ball back. And Whitfield is just having one heck of a game and been very dangerous.
Yep, and Fry and Davis are the 2 deep men. On the 2 punt attempts by Fry, one was blocked and the other one went for 18 yards. And Fredonia's rushing it again. Here it comes. Low snap. Boot on the way, but gets it off. A much better punt. It'll bounce out at the 38-yard line. So that's going to be a 21-yard punt. 1st down and 10 for Fredonia. First series of the second half, and fairly good field position.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty. Now they're going to mark it up to the 40-yard line?
So it'll get moved up a couple yards, so that'll be a 19-yard punt.
So Fredonia, again, getting terrific field position.
And the Hillbillies break the huddle. So 2 touchdown runs for Matthew Lauder and a touchdown catch for Devon McCall. And that's been the scoring summary so far for this game. Whitfield in the rain, first down and 10, a give to Lauder, the ground and pound attack, and pounds the rock to the 49-yard line. Second down and a yard.
Can be, gain of 9 on the play. Nice run by Lauder. I mean, he's really grounding and pounding, and he's done that all game, Norm.
And it was Dakota Langenfeld on the tackle.
Exactly, and that just keeps the clock rolling in your favor.
So again, in that quick huddle, as the rain keeps on pouring, it's going to be a trip stack on the left, one receiver to the right, and shotgun formation, and it's another give to Lauder. He'll cross midfield, gets a first down and more. 41-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 10 yards. Move the chains.
So, again, Lauder pounding on that dive play. And Fredonia, again, really running this ball down, trying to kill clock and score points, which could guarantee them a game against Southwestern next week.
Well, here's a snap and another give to Lauder. Lauder to the 35, breaks some tackles at the 30, still going, tackled at around the 28. So about 13 yards on the run, and another first down. 3 plays, 2 first downs so far for Fredonia in the second half.
Exactly. So now Fredonia has 114 rushing yards, Norm, on 13 carries. So 8.77 yards, if we're being technical, on the carry.
So it'll be first down and 10, and Micah Davis coming in at running back, giving Lauder a breather. Shotgun formation, 4 wides, ball at the 28-yard line. Shotgun formation again, takes the snap, and here's the give to Davis. Breaks a couple tackles, but he's not going to get much out of it. Main guy to get him was Simon Blue Eye.
Looks like it's going to be a gain of 3 on the play.
So second down and 7 as Lauder gets back onto the field. So 8:15 left in the third, 21-0 in favor of Fredonia, and they're threatening to score again. They've yet to throw a pass in this drive. All of them have been runs, 3 to Lauder and 1 to Davis. Here's a snap, Whitfield looking to throw. Finds some space and takes off the run, breaks a tackle, gets to the 15, picks up a block on the right side, and he gets tackled inside the 10. Brought down by number 22, Brody Hibbard. First down and goal for Fredonia.
That was really about 30 yards.
First down and goal at the 8-yard line.
First and 8.
So first and goal, and it's been respotted to the 9-yard line, so first and goal there. 4 wides, 2 on each side, and Lauder the back. Whitfield, shotgun formation, calling the signals. 4-3 defensive alignment for Akron, throwing it to the end zone on the side, caught, touchdown. And that looked like it was complete to Ethan Fry. So another touchdown for the Hillbillies, 27-0 to score. 7:31 left in quarter number 3. And another flawless drive, masterful one there by Whitfield and the Hillbillies.
Exactly, so offensive yards, that's a double up, baby. Fredonia's rolling. I mean, it's 275 total yards compared to 111. So Fredonia really now they're just running away with this game.
And Salvatore Tabone about to kick the PAT for Fredonia. Fry, the holder, who just caught the touchdown pass from Whitfield. Second touchdown pass of the game for him. Snap, put down, kick on the way, and that's good. So 28-0, 7:31 left in quarter number 3, and both teams getting ready for another kickoff. And it's been all Fredonia. They have hardly done anything wrong.
No, this is near perfect. As perfect as the game as you want it to go. Going into the final quarter and going into this half, Fredonia is not letting up on that gas pedal, Norm.
And it's the right thing to do because 21 points, not a huge deficit. And the way it's looking, it looks like they will be taking on Southwestern next week. But there's still 19 and a half minutes left of action in this ball game. And I know and I'm sure some Southwestern players are watching this game right now for possible gaining of knowledge on what they're going to expect.
Probably, especially if I was dating Kennedy, I'd be watching this Fredonia defense. So because Kennedy had an iffy year, really good. He's been getting a lot better as the year progressed, but when he started slow. So, anyways, here Fredonia's going to line up to do the kickoff again.
We've seen this quite a bit all game. Again, it'll be a near kicking it off this time for Fredonia.
I believe one or two more scores by Fredonia, you start putting in the second string, give them some reps.
I would agree with that, but Bergman and Hibbert are the two deep men. 28-0 the score, 7:31 left in the third. Anir raises the hand. He's ready to boot the ball, and here we go again. And this one, a short kick, and bobbled there by by Bergman, and he's able to fall on it. So the rain really causing a factor on these kickoffs all game.
I mean, it's coming down, and it's coming down steady. Almost looks like snow in the lights, but it's not. Snow's a little thicker, but...
Well, the light enhances the vision of the rain.
That is very true.
So ball at the 29-yard line for Akron. First down and 10, down 28-0. Have to get a touchdown here to try and start some momentum going your way.
100% Norm. And you got to get it to the air.
They got 2 back, 3 wide set. Here's a snap, and it's a give to Bergman, and he's not going to get anything. He'll be lucky if he got a yard.
So, again, and Akron doesn't have a deep bench. They don't even have enough for a full substitution, Norm.
No. From what we heard, there were 17 players that were suited up.
Looks like that's to be the case.
And that's a huge disadvantage when you're a victim of that. And for a team like Fredonia that has a semi-deep bench, not a huge one, but one that's good enough to provide breathers when needed, that can tax you and it can drain you.
Exactly. Akron's actually just above the minimum line. You need a minimum of 16 to play the game.
Well, here's a snap, and this one will be a give to Hibbert. He'll swing it over past the 30 to about the 33 as a flag is thrown in the play. Usually in the vicinity of holding. We'll see what it is.
But it did come in late, but it could have been holding. Referee's discussing it. See if this goes back. It is holding.
So it'll be a spot foul plus 10 yards.
So it's going to be about...
So 6:36 left in the third, 28-0 in favor of Fredonia.
It's going to make it a 6-yard penalty, I do believe, if I counted the referee steps just right for yardage.
So the ball, it'll be at around the 22, 23-yard line. So it'll be at the 22. So that'll be a 6-yard penalty. It's going to be a 4-wide set. And again, Hibbert, the single back. Fry in the shotgun formation. And Crayer set in motion. And here's a snap. Oh, bad snap, but he's able to catch it. Fry will throw downfield. Incomplete. Intended for Bergman, but Devon McCall on the defensive end up for it.
And Fry has not been able to connect with his receivers today, and it's really costly in this game.
Yes, it is. And from what we've seen, 2 of 13 for 40 yards.
That is not good enough to win football games, Norm.
That's not good at all. And, of course, we're not trying to bash anybody, but sometimes you just got to call it as you see it.
Exactly, and Fredonia's defense has been really airtight on their receivers, or Akron's receivers. So Fredonia is not really giving Fry that opportunity to pass.
So it's going to be a 3rd down 17 at the 22-yard line. A trips right, 2 receivers to the left, and Crayer set in motion. Or excuse me, it was a 2-and-2. I beg your pardon. Another bad snap, but Fry's going to fall down on it, and he's going to get eaten up by the Fredonia defense. So back-to-back plays with bad snaps. The ball's slick, but that's a loss of yardage once again as we hit the halfway point of the third quarter. 28-0 to score, and you have to punt this one away.
Exactly. A loss is 6.
Hopefully the exchange on the long snap is better. You don't want a bad one on here because both of them were bad. All 3 of them have been bad snaps. One was blocked, and the other 2 punts have totaled 37 yards.
Yeah. So again, Fredonia is probably going to end up with great field
Low
position.
snap again, and here comes the boot, and this one will get fielded around the 43-yard line by Fry. Swings it over to the right side to the 30, 25, picks up a block to the 20, reverses to the other end, and he could go all the way. He gets to the 15, and he's going to be stopped at around the 13-yard line. Tackled there by the punter, Travis Fry, and Ethan Fry on the return nearly broke it to the house. So a Fry-on-Fry tackle, and we don't have any Friars, though, on the field.
So Fry, I'm not sure if there's no special team stats because they're saying that's his first. That's not his first one, though. It's not his first kick return or punt return. So the special team stats that we have are a little outdated, and there's a legal block in the back, too.
Oh, so that's going to go back. A late flag, and our apologies, we did not see the flag. But that was a huge return there by Fry, and that's going to be slightly dissipated with this penalty of blocking the back.
Yep, brings it back to the 29-yard line, so it brings it back 17 yards.
So not a huge penalty, but it's going to be 1st and 10 for Fredonia at Akron's 29. Still great field position.
Yep, 5:23 left here in this third quarter.
And they're going to go with a trips left, one receiver to the right, and Lauder the back. Lauder, another strong performance for himself. 2 rush touchdowns. Whitfield in the shotgun formation. Calling the signals, takes a snap, and he will give it to Lauder on the dive. Finds a big gap, gets inside the 20, gets tackled on the play by number 13, Jack Fowler, and more than enough for a first down for Fredonia, 13 yards.
Yep, so we're going to stop the clock momentarily so we can get the chain crew moved up. Wait on the referee signal, which he just signaled to start the clock.
So 1st and 10 in the red zone here. The 16-yard line of the Akron Tigers. Fredonia looking for some more of that Frosted Flake cereal in the end zone. A trips left, one receiver to the right, and it's going to be a give to Lauder once again. Breaks some tackles, gets to the 10, gets to the 5. It's great! Touchdown for Fredonia. Hat trick for Lauder. Give him 3 touchdowns on the night. 34-0, 4:58 left in the third quarter. And again, all Fredonia and another masterful, though very quick drive.
Exactly, and it's getting close to the point where the referees may start calling it for a running clock.
And I wonder if that's going to be the case here, but we'll just have to wait and see as Anir will get this extra point. They do have a 2-kicker platoon system. Tabone has kicked the other 4 PATs. This will be Anir's first one tonight. Fry the holder, snap, put down, kick on the way, and that one's right down Broadway.
Beautiful kick.
So 35-0 to score, 4:58 left in the third quarter. And if you're Akron, the goal right now, just get one on the board.
Exactly, and if you're Fredonia, let's just keep the pressure on. Anyways, we're going to take a short break here.
I agree with you.
And we'll be right back with the continuation of the third quarter, live from Carl Hebner Field in Dunkirk, New York. You've been listening live to West New York Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. Ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you.
And we're about to resume action here. 4:58 left in quarter number 3. 35-0 in favor of the Fredonia Hillbillies. And again, it'll be Anir kicking it toe to leather. And again, the deep men for Akron, they are Bergman and Hibbard. The 2 guys have been the main workhorses besides Fry for the Akron Tigers tonight.
And at this point, you guys, maybe the refs are starting to go over to each side, be like, do you want to just do a running clock at this point?
But here comes Anir getting ready to kick it off. Sorry to cut you off there, Jeremy.
Nope, go ahead.
And here we go, and the game will continue. And a nice kick, and it gets mishandled there by Hibbard, but he picks it up at around the 15-yard line, crosses the 20, gets to about the 23. So just an 8-yard return on the play. So 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line will be the Akron Tigers and just get one on the board. That should be the main goal. You don't want to walk out ending your season not scoring anything.
Exactly. That's almost what happened to Lockport last night, but able to score in the fourth quarter. They almost put up a goose egg, Norm, as that score was 54-8.
Yeah, and that was on a quarterback keeper for Lockport. Again, final score of that game was 54-8, but right now, 35-0 here in favor of Fredonia over the Akron Tigers. First down and 10 from their 23-yard line. A tight trip stack formation, and here it's going to be a quarterback sweep by Fry. Fry finds a bit of room, crosses the 30, and that's where he'll get stopped.
And again, they're still continuing to just pound the rock, but that's one of the rare instances that it actually worked. But it really hasn't been working all game, Norm.
Yeah.
Less than 2 yards a carry for Akron today.
And they were off to a decent start running the ball, too, so they have just been trapped in the cement since.
They've been neutralized.
But here comes a 3-wide, 2-back set, and Fry in the shotgun formation again. And here's the give on the dive to Hibbard, and he'll get to 34, fumble on the play. Looked like Fredonia fell on it, and that's Hillbillies' ball. So how about that? How about a second bowl of Frosted Flakes? Why not? Or if you want to just go make that number 6.
Wow, Norm, you are a man of creative calls there. So, again, another unfortunate play for Akron, but just tonight everything's going Fredonia's way. And at this point, I have no reason to believe that next week, probably here at Dunkirk, and it looks like they're just going to do a running clock at this point. The clock has started running.
And it looks like we're going to see some backups here for Fredonia, and I like this decision. You don't want Whitfield to get hurt. You don't want Lauder injured because you're playing Southwestern next week. And in spite of their record, Southwestern is still a very talented team.
Not only that, they've heated up in the last few weeks, as we noted. Last 2 games at Charles Lawson Field, they won. And then they won last night at Depew.
And here comes a snap, and this is going to be a give to number 22, Micah Davis. He could go all the way, and he's gone. Goodbye. Touchdown, Fredonia. So long, farewell, bid you adieu. 40 points on the board for Fredonia. 41-0 to score. A huge run there by Micah Davis. 3:26 left in quarter number 3, and the lead just gets bigger.
It gets bigger. It's now insurmountable. This game will probably actually 100% be Fredonia versus Southwestern at this point, Norm.
Yes, it will. So a big touchdown by Micah Davis, and
Norm, this is a triple up. This is a triple up now for total yards. Fredonia has 340 yards of offense compared to Akron's 111 still.
Well, with this extra point being good, it was 21-0 at halftime, 21 points in the third, 42 total. Do your thing.
That's a double up, baby. They're ready to roll.
So 21 third quarter points, and this is pretty strange. 7 in the first quarter, 14 in the second, 21 in the third. They go for 28 in the fourth.
I wouldn't say that. That's just running up the scoreboard unnecessarily at that point.
It's just a joke. But 3:26 left in quarter number 3, 42-0 to score. And I do believe you hit the nail on the head, Jeremy. This will most likely be a running clock. When it was 42-0 in the Jamestown game last night, they ran a running clock in the beginning of the third quarter.
There's probably a certain number you have to reach before it does become a running clock.
I do remember in midget football, if you're up by 18 points, you have to play second stringers.
And I didn't play major football. I only played middle school football, and then I just did a commentary for the rest of my life. But I forgot the rules then. I actually played under Coach Sherlock when I was playing for the Jefferson Jaguars. That's a throwback to 2010.
So you know Sherlock personally.
I do.
But let's see who's going to kick it off here. It's been a bit of a platoon system, and it's going to be Tabone putting the total leather once again for the Hillbillies. And again, the deep men will be Bergman and Hibbard. And here comes the kickoff. And a beautiful kick fielded by Bergman at around the 16-yard line. Looking for some blockers, 25 to the 30, and he'll get tackled around the 31. So 3:20 left in the third quarter. 42-0 to score in favor of Fredonia. And Akron, again, only goal right now, just at least get 6 on the board.
Exactly, and it doesn't look like it's a running clock for some reason.
Unless Akron didn't want it.
Which, if you're Akron, at this point, why?
I do wonder, though, if it's an optional thing. If both teams agree to it, then I would think they would want the running clock, but maybe one of them didn't want it. Oh, now the clock's starting to run. So shotgun formation here for the Tigers. Last drive, a few errant snaps and a fumble in the last two, and it's going to be a give on the keeper by Fry, and nearly fumbled it again, but he crossed the 45, got to about the 47-yard line. That's the longest run by Akron in quite a while.
Yes, so that was to 46, 15 yards.
So 28 rush attempts for them, 86 yards. They're averaging barely over 3 yards a play.
Yeah, that's not going to win football games. But
Shotgun, sorry.
I was going to say, just credit the defense.
Well, here's a give to Hibbert again, and he'll get it to midfield, so a gain of 4.
I wonder if their second-string defense is in there now, too. You know, you got to rest your starters for Southwestern next week.
And the one thing, though, that people question sometimes is when second stringers do go in and they're still scoring touchdowns, and the opposing coaches will ask, why are you still doing that? In their defense, it is the defender's job to stop them.
And not only that,
they're going to be hungry.
Not only that, it's the second string's job, if you're not a senior, to try to fight for a starting spot next year.
Or even get one early, but Fry looking. He shoots this one downfield for Bergman, and almost picked off. It looked like Fry nearly got the interception. That pass was intended for Bergman, and the passing woes continue for Akron. 2 for 14.
That is not going to be good enough at all to win football games. And 3rd and 6.
And the clock, 1:53 left in the third quarter. 42-0 the score. And the ref says let the clock roll. 2 backs, 3 wide, shotgun formation. And it's going to be a give to Bergman.
This is probably the best drive so far for Akron in this game. It's going to be that's going to be close.
I think it's going to be 4th and a yard. He was stopped at roughly the 45-yard line, but this is 4-down territory. You're down 6 possessions. You need to go for it from now on.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
From the way of the spot, this is going to be 4th down and 6 inches.
Yeah, so maybe a QB keep right up the middle.
I'm not sure. Or it could be another give to Brody Hibbert. We'll just have to wait and see.
Again, this is so far Akron's best drive.
Oh, high snap. And Fry picks it up. And it's still loose, and Fredonia's got it. So it would have been their ball either way, but the difference is better field position.
I want to say it was going to be their ball anyway because, you know, you could turn a broken play into a positive play, but, but in that case, it's not. Fredonia, I believe this is the second string team now.
But with Fry, though, he had it picked up for a moment, but he lost it again. So
again, the field conditions, Norm, the ball is wet because it's downpouring.
And Whitfield is no longer in the game. They do have a backup quarterback in there now. Once we know the number, we will tell you it as soon as we see it. So Lauder done for the night, Whitfield done for the night, both with strong performances. Whitfield throws for 2 touchdowns, Lauder runs for 3. And Ethan Fry is the quarterback right now. He's listed as a QB wide receiver defensive back combo, and a little miscommunication on the handoff, but he turns this into something and into a big something as he reverses field. 25, reverses it again to the 20, circles it over to the right side, tackled it around the 12-yard line. Give this kid some square dancing lessons, dancing around the field like that.
Exactly. That was closer to a 40. Actually, gain of 32 on the play. Wow. 32 yards. So Fredonia's 19 carries for 244 yards, 12.8 yards per attempt. And that's going to end the third quarter.
Yep, and you took the thought right out of my head, Jeremy. No Riddler thing intended, but 3 quarters are done now here at Carl Hepner Athletic Field. 42-0 to score in favor of Fredonia. Stick around, though, for the final quarter right here on WNY Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com, ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you. Western New York Immediate Care provides quick, quality care for non-emergent injuries and illnesses. Go to
And we're about to start the final frame here at Carl Hepner Athletic Field in Dunkirk, New York. Fredonia advancing to take on Southwestern, but still one more quarter to play. 42-0 to score. 32-yard run by Ethan Fry, who is in at quarterback, taking over for Whitfield, who is done for the night after a great performance. And this will be a running clock, and 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line for the Hillbillies.
Exactly. At this point, it's going to pretty much wrap up this game. Just get one good game. Just got to run out the clock.
And Davis received the handoff there from Fry. Got about 2 yards on the run, maybe 3.
Honestly, it looks like from my angle, gain of 4.
We'll just have to wait and see for the spot. So it'll be a 4-yard gain, second down and goal, or second down and 6 to 10. Shotgun formation. Fry will give it to Davis again. This time he stopped for a loss of yardage. Brought down on the play by Hibbard.
That's going to be about a loss of 3.
It's going to be a 3rd down and 9, a 3-yard loss on the carry. And again, running clock on the board. We had quadruple sticks just a moment ago. Left 11-11. 42-0 to score. Shotgun formation for Fry, and he'll throw one here. Lobs it to the corner of the end zone. Almost intercepted. Nearly picked off there by Alex Wick. And the pass looked like it was intended for McCall. So 4th down and 9 at the 12. Let's see what they do here. 4th down and 9 at the 12. If they chose to do the field goal, and they're going to do it, Tabone's going out there, this will be a 30-yard field goal attempt. So a shot to make this 45-0.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the clock is stopped because I believe this was supposed to be a running clock.
So this will be, again, 30 yards. And it's going to be Salvatore Tabone on the field goal try. And this is going to be at right the center of the field, so not at the left or right hash. 30 yards. Fry with the put down. Kick on the way. That's a beauty. It is good. 45-0 now the score. 30-yard field goal by Salvatore Tabone. 45-0 now the score. 10:53 left in regulation.
So, yeah, 45-0 at this point. Like, we're not sure why the clock is stopped because we were told in the break that it's supposed to be a running clock.
Unless if it's in between before the kickoff.
Maybe.
But 10:53 left in the game. 45-0 now the score in favor of the Hillbillies. Akron just needs to get one on the board. You'd rather walk out with 6 or 8 or 7 points than with a big goose egg on the board. Down 45-0, just get one on the board. That needs to be the main goal, like we've said throughout the second half. Just get a touchdown or a field goal, get something.
Exactly, even though you're doing it against Fredonia's second string, just something to feel good about yourself. Akron has not really had a positive drive. I mean, that last drive was positive but ended on a bad note with the fumble on the fourth and 1, but again, 10:53 left in this game.
And Tabone's going to kick it off here for Fredonia. So Hibbard and Bergman back to return the kick. So Tabone ready to go. Here comes the boot. And here comes a short kick, fielded at the 19-yard line by Bergman. And Bergman's got some blockers, and he'll get it to about the 39-yard line, so a 20-yard return.
If they're going to mark him down at the 40, so he must have rolled over the defender, but that's neither here or there at this point.
So the clock will start running now. Again, running clock. So the ball will be spotted.
Again,
I would say the 39-yard line, not exactly at the 40.
Yep, so Fredonia will be facing Southwestern, probably be right here at Carl Hebner Field, unless Fredonia's field is dried by then. But it is fall in Western New York, and that's really known for rain.
4-3 defensive alignment here for Fredonia, but it's going to be another give to Hibbard, and only a yard on the play. And again, the running game has just been neutralized by Fredonia tonight.
Yeah, and 96 yards rushing, but only a couple of those were really big. You're only averaging a little over 3 yards a carry, which is not going to do much for you. And then 2 for 14 in the air for 40 yards.
In all honesty, though, 96 yards allowed, but on 31 rushes, you can't be too upset about that if you're a defensive coordinator.
Oh, you're thrilled if you're a defensive coordinator.
Well, here comes a fake handoff, and here comes the keeper by Fry. Fry makes a man miss, gets to midfield, and that's where he gets stopped, and he should have enough for a first down.
Yep, they're going to keep the clock running.
So 1st and 10 at midfield, and can Akron get one on the board? They've come close quite a few times, but either a turnover on downs, a penalty to end the drive, or a turnover.
It's actually going to be 3rd and 1.
So he'll be ruled down at the 49-yard line of Akron. So it will be 3rd down and a yard. It's going to be a trips left, one receiver to the right, and Hibbard the back. Fredonia showing the blitz. Here comes a snap, and this is an option play. And Fry will keep it himself. He'll get the first down, and he'll get tackled at the 44-yard line, so gain of 7 yards.
Again, the rushing game not really doing it for you tonight. The clock's just continuing to run as the ref indicates the clock to continuously run.
So a 2-back set coming here for Akron in the shotgun formation, 3 wides, and it will be a pitch on a little trickeration here, and that is to Crayer. And Crayer's got some blockers, gets inside the 30 to about the 25-yard line, so best run of the game, I would say, by the Akron Tigers.
Yep, that's going to be 19 yards on the carry.
So a give on the wide receiver sweep, gets 19 yards, more than enough for another first down. And once again, they're nearing the end zone, and can they finish the job? Just finish it one time, I'm sure they'll walk out with their heads up high.
Yeah, you did the best you could. I mean, Fredonia just outlasted you at that point.
And plus, the numbers, the strength in numbers and roster.
Yeah.
That's another big factor. But 1st down and 10, 25-yard line. Here's the snap, and this will be a give to Hibbard. Hibbard following a trail of blockers, gets to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, pounds the rock to about the 7-yard line, so 18 yards on the run. And 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
So this is obviously the best drive for Akron, but how many of those defenders is second string? You know what I mean? I don't want to take away anything from Akron because they've looked a lot better, but Fredonia is probably resting their bigger starters on defense.
So 6:51 left in the game. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line for Akron. And Fry's going to keep it himself, and he'll walk in for the touchdown. They got it done. They got one on the board. That'll boost up the morale a little bit, even though it's still a 39-point game. And in all honesty, for an even bigger boost, I'd say go for 2.
I'd say go for 2 as well. That'd be the best call. But at least you're not ending your season up with a goose egg, Norm.
So it's going to be, it looks like it'll be a 2-point conversion try here.
Yeah, it's a little better than getting shut out, and that hour trip back to Akron is not going to be the best. So
Akron, it's roughly in the Buffalo area, but trips left, one receiver to the right. Here comes a 2-point conversion. Fry makes a couple defenders miss. Looking, lobs it for the end zone, deflected in the air, picked Oh, did that get intercepted? Yes, it did.
It did.
So 2-point conversion, no good. And they're on the board 45-6.
Oh, there's a flag.
Probably a personal foul, but 6:45
Probably.
left in the game.
Um,
Akron got on the board.
Yep. So next week in Class C, it will be Fredonia versus Southwestern, with Fredonia being home, and Medina will be hosting Salamanca, who beat the Lackawanna Steelers last night.
Wow.
So a lot of Class C, a lot of playoff action here. Again, we look forward to being part of this crazy journey. This is the journey to the Dome.
So it'll be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on both teams. So the penalties will offset, and 45-6 to score, 6:45 left in regulation. How about a little more momentum? Onside kick it.
Yeah, maybe. But
we're going to go into a quick break. 6:45 left in the game, 45-6 now the score. Stick around for the last half of this matchup between Fredonia and Akron right here on WNY Athletics.
When it's time to sell your home, start with a visit to howardhanna.com. Ranked the #1 real estate site for sellers. We can get you the most money in the quickest amount of time because we know where the local buyers are and how to reach them. Get started today at howardhanna.com.
Avoiding care can lead to worse problems. Don't delay care. We're here for you.
And welcome back to this Class C playoff game between the Akron Tigers and the Fredonia Hillbillies. Fredonia up 45-6, and really, it's been Fredonia the entire way.
Yes, it has, but Akron, they avoid going home with a shutout, 45-6 to score, and it will be Fry kicking it off for Akron. Let's see what they do here. And they'll just kick it deep, and it'll take a bounce inside the 20, and it gets fielded at around the 17-yard line, and slipping and falling at the 26-yard line. That is number 13 for Fredonia, and we do not have a number for him on it.
Really? Not even on the updated packet that we got earlier today?
Nope. So first down and 10 for Fredonia at their own 26-yard line.
So you're going to get more second, third string players in on this drive now. And you still probably got Fry, quarterback for Fredonia, who played quarterback last week in their victory. So again, Medina will be facing Salamanca. Fredonia will be facing Southwestern, who upset Depew last night.
Yeah, and the good thing for Fry is this could be a prequel to starting at quarterback next year. He's only a junior, and his pass attempt that was incomplete in the last drive was his first one of the season, as this is a handoff here, and that's to number 30 for Fredonia.
It's going to be a gain of 2 yards.
So second down and 8 at the 28-yard line. 5.5 minutes left in the game, 45-6 to score. And, again, that incomplete pass that Fry threw on the last drive that resulted in Tabone's field goal, that was his first pass attempt of the season.
Yeah. And it was actually not a bad pass attempt.
No, it was not, but second down and 8, 28-yard line. Trips to the right, one receiver to the left. And here's a snap, and Fry's going to keep it. And he will reverse the field, and he finds some room, 35 to the 40. Tackled at around the 39. So, enough for a first down.
Gain of 11.
So the clock will continue to run. So even in spite of the rain, we've got a decent amount of fans in the bleachers.
Yeah, thank God umbrellas are a thing.
And we're in the best spots in the house, the press box. But 4.5 minutes about to happen left in the game, 45-6 in favor of the Fredonia Hillbillies. And they're going to go in the trips left, one receiver to the right. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap, and it's going to be another handoff. And crossing the 45 to the 47, so a gain of 8 yards. One of the guys on the tackle for Akron was Simon Blue Eye.
Yep.
And we apologize for the confusion on the lower third of the screen. It's not 48-6 the score. It's 45-6 with 4 minutes left in regulation play. So second down and 3 at the 46-yard line after a 7-yard run.
We're fixing that right away, folks.
And
There we
Fredonia
go.
breaks the huddle.
There we go. 45-6. Everything is fixed. Everything is right in this world.
So second down and 3, 46-yard line. Fry in the shotgun formation. Mishandled, but it's recovered. It's going to be a give to Davis again.
Looks like he's got it, just barely.
So it's going to be first down and 10 for Fredonia. And the clock will keep on rolling. First and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Unless they're calling it third and short?
No, they're calling it first down. Oh, they're calling it third and inches.
Wait.
So we got a correction there. And it looks like there's another guy in at quarterback, and it's not Fry, I don't think. Yeah, it looks like it's number 15, Jamison Quinn. And it is. It's going to be another handoff, and enough for the first down. So Fry no longer in at quarterback for right now. It's Jamison Quinn, a sophomore on the team. He's a wide receiver defensive back combo. So enough for the first down. So 2:40 left in the ball game for Fredonia and Akron.
Clock continues to run. And again, so for tonight for the Fredonia Hillbillies in the air, 10 of 19, 128 yards. And then on their ground, 25 rushes for 268 yards. Total 396 yards on the night, plus whatever they attack on in this final drive. And if Akron gets the ball, they're going to probably just clip 200 offensive yards.
And here's another give to Davis, but hit right away by Blue Eye. And from looking at Quinn's numbers so far, hasn't seen a lot of action, but when he has, it's been on the receiving end. He had 11 catches for 84 yards in the regular season, longest reception of 12 yards, and he also had 16 tackles on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, so it's a really strong season.
Especially for a sophomore.
Yeah, plenty of time to grow into this offense.
So 1:43 left and counting in this ball game. Again, 45-6 score in favor of the Akron Tigers. Or excuse me, the Fredonia Hillbillies against the Akron Tigers.
Yes.
A bit of here's the trips right, one receiver to the left. Whitfield in the shotgun, and it's Quinn again. And here comes the run and past the 45 to around the 43-yard line. So a gain of about 6 yards.
And that's going to put Fredonia over 400 yards rushing.
Don't you mean 400 yards of total offense?
400 total yards offense, yes. 273 yards on the ground.
And we're about to hit 1 minute left in this ball game as it'll be a third down and 4.
You got to imagine if it's first down, you could just knee it at that point and just call a game.
Well, and even so, with all the backups, I'm sure they want to try and play hard and get a touchdown for their head coach, Greg Sherlock. And here's the shotgun again. It's going to be another handoff. And it looks like it's Samuel Alzott in at running back and not Davis, who's had the last few carries. But that's more than enough for a first down. Gets to around the 31-yard line. And I'm sure, even if they don't get a touchdown on this drive, I'm sure Sherlock's pretty pleased with his backups and how they're performing.
100%. If you're Coach Sherlock, you're really happy. You're the offensive corner. You're going to be really pleased. And that's probably going to be the last play of the game.
And if that's the case, it's whatever will be. In the words of Doris Day, que sera, sera. And they're going to go in a 2-wide set in both sides.
This will be the last play of the game.
So it's going to be shifted around for a minute. It's going to go to a 2-back set to a trips, and that's how we're going to end this ball game. Final score: Fredonia 45 and the Akron Tigers 6. And for the Section C playoffs, Fredonia will advance to take on the Southwestern Trojans. Once again, your final score: Fredonia 45 and Akron 6. And it was just all Fredonia from start to finish. And Akron having the small numbers and roster size, that came back to bite them a little bit tonight.
Exactly, and tip your hats off to Fredonia for taking advantage of everything. So, but, Akron had a good season, finishing 6-3-0 on the year.
Yeah, and with a short roster like that, you should be very proud.
Exactly. There's nothing to hang your head on, but unfortunately Fredonia, who is the powerhouse here in Class C in Section 6, it was too much at the wrong time.
Yeah, and they got a little further to fly, taking on Southwestern next week. They did defeat Southwestern in the regular season 27-25, and that's going to do it for us here at Carl Hepner Athletic Field. Once again, your final score, Fredonia 45 and the Akron Tigers 6. On behalf of WNY Athletics and from the 300 Level Media Group, along with Jeremy Becker, I'm Norm Rodriguez saying you've been watching the Section 6 Class C high school football playoff matchup between the Akron Tigers and the Southwestern Trojans right here on WNY Athletics. Until next time.